Even they can't hear us.
Ah, okay, cool.
Now you
so
guys
now
can
you
hear us.
just muted it.
No, you got this unplugged too. Remember?
What is that? It's not plugged in on the other end. It's not plugged into anything.
What do you mean?
I walked over there
Here he
and it
is,
wasn't
here he
plugged
is.
into anything.
Hey, Doug.
Yes!
There we go. Now we're talking. All
Can
right.
only give you a few minutes, but yes, finally overcome the
good.
technological hurdles. This is great.
Yes, it's a miracle.
So I guess let's just go right back to the question I was at. I know this is asked backwards, but so is there any like laws that you guys are working on or that you've been working on for a while that's been like a struggle or something that you've been really fighting, something that would be like a great challenge for you to eventually beat?
Well, I think, Thursday, Governor Wolf in Pennsylvania signed our bill to repeal their switchblade ban. I mean, that's the culmination of 10 years of effort in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's huge. I mean,
That's very huge.
part of that is part of what makes it so huge is that is the 40th bill in 26 states in 13 years. I mean, when we started knife rights, everyone thought I was crazy. It's like, you're never going to repeal a knife ban. It just,
Yeah.
and here we are, 40 bills in 26 states, 13 years later.
That's awesome.
Not too bad for a
Amazing.
small organization with 3 people.
Right.
No,
and
not at all.
And please, everybody, even if you don't want to get in the giveaway, the Knife Rights is such a huge organization to support. It's a small organization, but it means a lot. And I think it is, it relies on us. And I think it's our responsibility as the knife community to support it and take care of it. It's working for us and we're the backbone of the knife community. All of us, there's a lot of people that enjoy knives every day, but then there's the core backbone of the people, part of the community. And I think it's our responsibility more than anybody's to support that.
Thank you. Look, I can have all the passion in the world, but if I don't have the money to send my lobbyists and myself to the state capitals to do the work that it takes to actually get this done, we get this done because we show up, and sometimes it takes a decade, and sometimes it takes 3 or 4 or 5 years. More times than not, it does. So, unfortunately, it takes a good deal of money. I can't do it without you. It's really, I love that you think it's everyone's responsibility. I'd like to think everyone to donate, then I wouldn't have to be begging for money all the time. But
no, it shouldn't be a begging thing. It should be a thing that everybody does support, because it's, if not for it, I wanted to ask you too, because this part that I don't really understand. And I know, like, they have the states, that depend on the laws and stuff like that, but against our constitutional rights, like, I just don't understand how, like, if I got busted somewhere and I had a knife and it was a restriction in that city or whatever county, how does that beat my constitutional right? I don't get that.
I think it's the same as gun control.
It's as Kara says, it's really the same issue. People create laws all the time that are unconstitutional. The difficulty is challenging that. First of all, going to court is hugely expensive. When we fought New York City in court, taking our case to the Supreme Court, that was very nearly $1 million over 9.5 years.
Wow.
We finally got the problem solved a week before it was due for conference at the Supreme Court, when Governor Cuomo, who had vetoed 2 bills to solve the problem, finally vetoed the 3rd bill, which passed with only a single nay vote in all of the New York legislature, because if we had won our case, even though it wasn't a Second Amendment case, at the Supreme Court, it would have helped all Second Amendment organizations.
Right.
So, we are a Second Amendment organization, but we're the only Second Amendment organization that gets support from both sides of the aisle. The vast majority of our bills are supported bipartisan. In Virginia this year, unanimous support. In Pennsylvania this year, 202 to 1 in the House, unanimous in the Senate. That's the unique aspect of what we do. We wouldn't have 40 bills signed if we didn't have that bipartisan support. It's important. And since, I only have a few minutes, I also want to mention that, my knives, which are made by Hogue, sold exclusively at Knife Works. I don't get any money from Knife Rights. I don't get a salary. I don't get an hourly wage. I've been working on this basically for free since 2006. I put in 18, 20 hours a day.
Wow.
It's a full-time job. I cannot do this if I didn't have my knife sales to support, keep the roof over our head, pay for the groceries, put fuel in the car. Please donate. If you like my knives, please continue to support us by purchasing them from Knife Works.
Absolutely.
I'm glad. I'm really happy that I don't have to shill for crappy knives. Hogue is doing a hell of a job.
They do a great job, yeah, for sure.
And
we recommend your knife all the time.
Yeah, they're popular. I've never really heard anything bad, honestly.
That's great.
Do you have? I know you have to go. So, but do you have anything transpiring in the future of another knife design, or are you not really messing around with that right now?
So we have lots of plans with Hogue.
Okay.
And that's really all I'm going to say.
I saw the face. I can't say more face.
Good enough. I can't say more face, but trust me, there is a long list of projects we have with Hogue, and as they gain more capacity, you're going to see them coming online. It's not going to be tomorrow, but hopefully within the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to have some really cool new stuff as well as additions to the current line. So I'm real excited about that. I cannot thank all of you on Knives Live 2022 enough. This has been huge. This is the largest fundraiser outside of our own fundraisers that has ever been held. I got to run now because we have an event we have to go to.
I'm sorry for the hiccup. I'm sorry that it took so long.
It happens. It's not like the first time it's happened to either one of us. But I just want to thank you.
No, thank you for all that you do.
Encourage people to donate.
Thank you.
So, and that's my alarm saying I got to go.
Take it easy.
Hi, Doug.
Thank you so much.
See you later, bud. All right, guys.
Let's roll through these donations.
Yeah, let me get this. Formula One with the 25 bones with the super boink for the troubles. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. I see Bama Knife Guys in here. And I want to read this comment Blazeburger said, because this is so true. So I get why some people might be afraid of guns. Not everyone has used a gun, but everyone has used a knife. There shouldn't be any jurisdiction against a tool that everyone uses. That is fucking facts. And then Spanky with the 20 bones as well.
Excuse me? Did you spell my name with a C? Did you just do
did that on purpose?
Did you just do that?
Yeah.
I am a K Kara. The K Karas are of a superior breed.
We got another one.
Did you? You didn't even read his thing.
Yes, I did. Well,
no, you didn't.
You read it because you read the.
No.
There's a question there that's important. Donations, knife rights from Amazon.
No.
Purchases? No, I don't think so.
We have no way to direct anything from our stuff. So I want to be really clear about that, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a stream for knife rights, but if you donate to us in this stream, that's going to us.
Yeah, it's going to us.
You have to follow the directions as we mentioned in the, who knows if you even heard us, honestly, because the audio, but
we are donating to knife rights.
Yeah, we're going to donate ourselves, but like, if you want to donate directly to Knife Rights, we have the directions in the description of this video. It's the only thing in the description, so it should be easy to find.
Yeah, you can hit the link and then just take screenshots of your donations. Every $10 is an entry, and then you just send it to the email that's in the description and as verification, and you'll be entered into it. And there's a lot of giveaways, so it's not like there's just a couple. There's a lot of giveaways. And also, while we're here, we might as well give something away tonight as well. Formula One with all these knives, no wonder something cut out. Ain't that the truth? Thank you for the 2 bones. Yeah, man, that was frustrating, and it makes me feel bad. Holy shit, Jeremiah with the 50
Woo!
bone donation. Do something kind for somebody, and you guys are awesome. Plus, Doug, I already donated and joined for the year.
Oh.
Let's go, people. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Absolutely. Yes, please keep up the donations. You know, it was I last year when we did this. Yeah, sorry, let me turn this off. Last year, I was told that our stream or whatever wound up generating the most people or donations or something like that. So and
don't
that
let
means
us
a lot.
down.
Don't let us down this
We
year.
want to win the trophy again. There's no trophy,
there's no
but
trophy,
if there
no,
was,
but it feels good knowing that you guys are backing up, because like I said, this is our responsibility. This falls
were you also
on
last
us.
last year though?
I don't think so.
Because I feel like if we're last, most people have probably already
Yeah, they were.
donated.
Fuck yeah. No,
They're
we're
like,
probably
no,
gonna do
we're
a
not
lot
doing it again for you
We've
guys.
already done this too much. Quentin with the 5 bones. If you guys want a free membership, be sure to turn on the membership options. I don't know what that means.
Like he's gonna
I'm
donate one
gonna
to
pop
something.
my goofy ass in the live
Yay!
shortly. Yeah, just let me know when you're ready, brother.
I just texted and asked him if he was
Okay.
actually going to.
I'll send you the invite as soon as you're ready. Yeah, Bama Knife Guy's gonna come on
Man,
here
you're
for a few minutes. I
Get
am
him,
far
Karen.
behind, so what I'm gonna do is I'm catching up. We got Carco with the 10 bones. Neeves, turn up Doug's snare. Oh man, yeah, it's frustrating.
I think
man.
some
I
of
feel
that
so
was...
bad. I feel so bad because I feel like we wasted the time because he had to go. He had a set schedule. He was supposed to be on here for 30 minutes, but we fucked it up. So it's on us, not on him. He was supposed to be here for 30 minutes. I had a bunch of questions for him. We were going to ask him some badass questions. But
I think the point is the point, though. The point is the point. I know it sucks, but like he's been on a lot of lives that we can all go back and hear, I'm sure, some similar questions. And the whole point was to have him on so he could say what he said, which is the most important thing, which is that they need money. It just is what it is.
Yes, they need money.
It's very clear that they need it.
It's all about the money. This one. It's about the fucking money.
You can't continue to complain, right, about knife laws. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, if you don't have the money, you don't have the money. But what I'm saying is, like, if you want to, be upset about, like, a knife law, like, if you're a New York City person, why not take that extra $10 then and give it to Doug when he's literally the only human plus 2 other people, I guess, doing it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense. And, like, for us, we're going to take a portion of what we get tonight and donate it as well. Just to do it. Yeah, we're not for the giveaway.
We're going to give a nice donation, a really nice donation. Metallica with the 5 bones. Joker weave Curtis large F3 looks nice. Definitely a custom.
I saw that today.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it looks cool though. It looks
okay,
I heard a little bit of stick, but I think it's still badass.
I've heard some bad things about cause it's Custom Knife Works, right? Or Curtis Customs. Curtis Customs. Yeah. I always say those two backwards for some reason. I've heard a lot of things about them, like issues from multiple people.
It's a custom. It's a custom, like he just said. It's a custom with custom issues. That's a custom.
But like I also heard that like they didn't. I don't know like the deets, but I heard that they were kind of iffy on how they handled it.
Yeah, I've heard that too. But I'm not gonna say it because I haven't dealt with that. I would say like if you feel like you're having a little bit of rough issues with it, a lot of those work their way out with customs. Kevin Campbell with the 5 bones for all you do for knives as well. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And Formula One, holy shit, coming in hot all night. Jeremiah, who? Also, you forgot to read out the boink.
You just said triple boink. You didn't go boink, boink, boink.
I think I said double boink.
You said triple.
Triple boink?
It was a triple boink.
Boink?
Don't underestimate the triple boink.
I'm sorry. I missed that boink. But yeah, man, it is a special thing for us to have Doug, and his organization, and it is a small organization, but he kicks ass, and they have already gotten a lot done. So it's amazing for us. What the fuck?
Kyle said we missed.
I'm ranting here.
We missed Quentin donating 20 banging memberships.
What?
Oh, it's because we're on
can't
stupid.
See it here.
That's StreamYard also sucks.
That's why we wanted to use the other service. We can't see it. Sorry. So call that out for us. I'm gonna call these out. Papa Towns.
Well, I'm gonna call it out right now.
I thought Doug's interview went just fine. No, what happened was we were late.
He's giving us support.
Yeah, thank you for trying to make us feel better, even though it was absolute dog shit. Jeremiah Moses, another 50 bones. Just because you guys are awesome, man.
Badass with a
Z.
Remember before I said that I had skills and you knew I was saying it with a Z? That's the same thing.
We'll be on until
Hey.
until 9:30.
Remember?
What?
Before?
No.
When I said skills and you knew I said it with a Z.
Oh yeah, with the skills.
Like,
skills.
yeah.
Skills. John,
Oh my
this is for
goodness.
knife rights. Well, make sure
Well,
you donate to knife rights because these are not going to. These donations are going to us right now.
we're gonna make a
Knife
donation
Rights
to
is
Knife
separate.
Rights, but
Yeah, we're
make
going to make
sure
a huge
if you guys
donation,
want to
yeah.
like do that to just go do
Autumn-
it directly so you get the giveaway thing.
Spanky with the 10 bones says automatic donations on Amazon Smile can donate to
Wait,
knife rights with
what?
every purchase that can be huge. Yeah, that is a huge thing. So basically, when you make a purchase from, you know, like with his knives and stuff, you can make donations to knife rights. You can also do that, I think, on
But not like
Well-
with our Amazon links though.
no. It's I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you can do like separate things because you can do organizations and you can donate to organizations. So I think you still can. You just have to choose knife rights. Jeremiah Moses with another 20 bones. Man, he's fucking coming in hot,
the
man.
sticker. Oh, it's the little mirror one. It's like
Coming in
thanks
hot.
for being you.
Scales. So we had a whole bunch of topics I wanted to talk about with Doug. Obviously, we didn't get to those, so we're done with those. We'll just skip that section of the list. Lots of good stuff in
Why
there.
don't you pull that up?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Go ahead, read it.
Alex's Knives and Such. Need a new channel to watch? Haven't seen my channel? Check out and subscribe to my channel, ? All interactions to my channel are appreciated. That was a proper infomercial and I condone it. Go subscribe, guys.
We are going to do a full live tonight with the story at the end, and we might even have a guest coming on here shortly. Bama Knife Guy.
If he would
So-
hurry up.
Well, he's not. He has to go to his office because he doesn't get
know.
service where he's at. So right now we're just going to talk about some knives. We're going to continue talking about knife rights and how you guys should definitely go over there and support with your monies. And get into the giveaway too, because that's pretty cool. Because there's some awesome giveaways because all these companies are donating the knives for the cause. So they're badass knives. You have a total opportunity to win a knife way more than you donate.
Maybe you distracted me from the Quentin thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Quentin, for
Oh yeah, what happened with that?
donating. I don't.
Come on.
Kyle said you distracted me, so I'm gonna take his word.
He might have been right, but go ahead.
Anyway, thank you,
Give me 1
Quentin,
second.
for donating 20 memberships.
Thank you, Quentin. We
I
appreciate
swear
it, man.
that for some reason anything membership related doesn't show up on this streaming platform. I've got my phone pulled up now, so if any members do their free colorful comment and other stuff, I will see it. I'm gonna be looking down, but that's why I got you guys.
He's
you-
from the woods.
Right when you
Yeah.
pulled Doug on, hey,
Yeah.
right when you pulled Doug on, I went like this with my stool to scoot it in, and it lifted up and just went ram right on my big toe, and I just had to sit there and act like it wasn't happening.
Toughed it out.
I did.
Oh shit.
Nobody could tell, but it was so bad, and now
That
my
sucks. You
foot
okay?
hurts.
You
No,
all right?
I'm not,
You're not all right now?
Nope.
This far in, you're not all right
Nope.
still? Damn, it must
because
have
I
really
just
bad.
tapped my foot on your chair and I relived it.
Todd Carr says it even works when you do third-party links. I'm pretty sure as long as it's set up on your Amazon account to direct charity of your choice.
If you guys know how to do it, do it. I just don't know how.
Jeremiah with another 20 bones. Holy cow. This one is Kara for being so beautiful and amazing. Thank you, man. Well, she could say thank you.
I went like this.
Okay, good.
That was my thank you. Thank you. That was really kind.
So I do want to talk about a couple knives.
Facts, Bob. Facts. I watch a lot of that stuff.
What's that?
Just some facts. Bob spitting over there. Bob Smith spitting facts.
So, oh yeah, and listen, the
Wait.
skull video.
No.
let's show.
No. Is Kyle fucking with me?
Look at what's left. What you guys didn't see of that skull video was at the end. The camera, we didn't, for some reason, it didn't pick it up, but we put the skull on the ground and we actually went at it like a murder scene. This is what's left of the skull. You can see a couple puncture wounds through the forehead. You can see how thick the skull is. And we showed all this technically in the real video, but we didn't pick it up. So we didn't get it. So there was a bunch of seams that were cut out that were supposed to be in there. One of them being, I was trying to tell you guys to make sure you hit the damn like button because I really want that video to do well. And if it does well, I'm going to continue doing videos like that. So we can do I want to try to get a full upper body, and we'll do like ninja stars, shurikens, and maybe throwing knives. I don't know, maybe even like slingshots.
Maybe I stand on a wooden board and you throw knives with fire on them.
But different
that would
things.
Be so I would
right?
trust you, you know.
Different things, maybe even like brass knuckles and punch it in the head. I don't know, but we need to make sure these videos do well. So if you guys don't mind, if you guys like the video, maybe watch it again. Make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you hit the like button. Please leave a comment on the video. It will help us in the algorithm to push it higher. And because it's not doing nowhere near as good as I thought it was going to do. And that's okay. That's okay. We're still gonna do another one. But the more you guys encourage, yeah, we are. We're fighting a fucking battle with it. But
with YouTube, so it's hurting.
But not even for the video, for the music we used. The free music,
copyright royalty free music. Long story,
forget about it. But
can I just say, please, Quentin donated another 20.
What?
Hit that bell 20 times, 20 bells. Oh, that probably sucks so bad for you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Quentin, for the 20 members.
So he gave. This is like a thing. I know, like Quentin. You don't really watch Twitch at all, but like on Twitch or in gaming things. That was the facts Bob was spitting. He was mentioning, hey, I know you're not listening to me, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's fine.
These
I'll just
commenters,
exist.
Man.
What's up? Gifting memberships is like a big thing on Twitch.
Yeah, well, I know, and we have members, so they're donating.
Right,
members,
they have like different forms of membership on there, so it's like YouTube made it so you could do it here now.
So people here right now are members now.
Yes, we have 40 new members thanks to Quentin.
Does he pick the members?
How do
you pick the members?
I think so.
I don't know how it works.
Probably through whoever's in the live
chat. Well, thank you.
I've always wanted to know if I could do it, but I don't know like if YouTube allows that because like I wouldn't be paying for it.
Dukes of Hazzard with the 5 bones got the PM2 last night. Purple G10 crew wear, and I think having the Mannix first ruined the experience. Almost pulled the trigger on a hinder today. Hell yeah. Both of them are great though. I think they're both good for different reasons. Yeah. Next one you need to try is the Shaman, but yeah, the getting the hinder. I mean, obviously, that's another step up. And I see Tri-State Cole is in the house.
Did you get that one earlier? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Hey everyone, all of my videos underperform, so go ahead and watch them all. Okay, thanks. Yeah, there you go. No, that's hilarious. The Kaiser Escort. You know what? I feel so dumb because I just did a video on this.
My beauty sometimes attracts the camera.
There we go. Anyways, so I just did a video on this. Oh man, this is a really good one. This thing smacks. The lockup
slaps.
Listen, this thing has a heavy lockup sound. It feels really tough and beefy, but I'm kind of upset at myself because in the video I talked about Dirk Pinkerton being the designer, but didn't mention that this was already a frame lock model from Kaiser that's discontinued, a discontinued model.
Why is it Dirk Pinkerton then? How?
It's his design. He made the design before, so it's a design he already had.
So they just redid it?
Yeah. No, yeah, they just.
So it's like a zombie design. They brought it back from the dead.
Yeah, basically. Here's Blades and Bill. He's a new member. Quentin with the 10 bones. I think it's only right to do a Bang Gang live tomorrow. We do have a Bang Gang live tomorrow.
We do have one. Yes. It's actually, guys, the 40 new members, I guess, that are here.
Tomorrow
we got a live that's exclusively
for the members, if you guys don't know, we do live sharpenings twice a month. Now, there's different tiers and so you can get different things, but everybody gets the live. So tomorrow we're doing a live at 12:15. We will be going live doing a live sharpening. We teach sharpening in the membership. So
YouTube randomly picks the winners.
Oh, really? So a bunch of you guys probably don't even know your members right now.
No, they probably know, but
Dirk Pinkerton.
So awesome. I can donate a membership, but I want to be able to pick.
Alice says you can.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I want to be able to pick though. I don't want it to be random. That's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
There's the link to go check out Tri-State EDC's channel. Go watch a young man become a grown ass.
I want to pick because it would be cool to use it as a portion of a giveaway. You know what I mean? Like, so I want to be able to pick who. Really quick before you read that, I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Go ahead.
Infamous Panda says, I'm working on a pile of knives for Christmas, giving them all a good strop and reprofiling the ones that need it. Yeah, I try to do that when I have occasions to go to. I try to pick a couple different knives, put a good edge on them, and then when that cause comes up or that occasion, I have a couple different knives to choose from that have a nice fresh keen edge. Because when I'm like showing family members or people, and they're like, oh yeah, hey, I sharpened this, and they check the edge, that motherfucker better be real sharp. So I want to make sure it's fresh and crispy when I show people the edge. So I make sure they always have a nice fresh one on there. I always get the feeling I'm watching a mental hospital patient and his nurse on these feeds. Thank you. Appreciate it. But well, I was going to say something to Cole because
I remember what I was going to say before.
What?
I was just going to mention that if any of you guys are the Rockstead tier of member for us, just in case you don't know, you do get a one-on-one Zoom call tutorial. I mean, you could just use it to shoot the shit if you wanted, but like it's intended for a sharpening, like one-on-one help. Like, so all of you that have really intense questions or need really intense help, it's a good way to get it. You could do it one time and cancel, but it's a good way to.
It's a way to get face to face with me. Nobody else is there, just me and you, and I can help you if you need help with certain sharpening things. Zachariah with the 10 bones for last night's sweet cheeks. Don't tell Kara.
What the?
Hey. Next question. Dukes of Hazzard with the 2 bones got the 4-max Scout today. I like it.
I like shit. She did.
You know what? It's crazy. They were going for like $55 or something on Amazon. That's crazy. So anybody, I don't know if the price is still going that way, but recently they had the Cold Steel 4-max for like $50 on Amazon. That's nuts. Jeremiah Moses with another 5 bones. Karen Jared, you are able to send gift memberships out. MC does it after every live giveaway.
Yeah, I saw somebody else saying that. I'm just gonna ask him how he does it. I'm just gonna message him right now because I seriously can't find the answer on the regular internet, because every time you look it up, it's telling you from the point of view of a viewer and not the point of view of a channel owner.
Okay, so Michelle says, let me know what you both think of my new pick, please. It is me in front of our home here in Ireland. Very nice. Very nice. It's small, but it's very nice. A lot of headspace on top, though. I would say zoom it in a little bit because you look very short. You look like a Barbie doll.
No.
Is it a Barbie doll?
Bratz doll.
It's a Bratz doll?
Yeah.
I'm blind.
They're the ones that are short. That's what you're thinking of, right? Because of the top space in the photo. It's standard.
Yeah, just let me know.
It's just a standard thing, like with pictures. Like, I always get upset with Jared when we set up a stream and there's like a mile of space above our heads, because it's like, it's just very, like it just has a, but you also don't want to be too close either, though. You want just like a comfortable, amount of space on the edges.
Yeah, Chris, anytime you need to, man, just give me a call. You got my number. Also, I have a video coming soon of the Cadet Pro. Another video. Todd Carr. Oh no, was that? I thought that was a donation. I'm sorry. Free bell. Congrats on the 222K subs. You're blinging it up. Thank you, man. Jared, Zoom call me from the shower. Why'd you have to say that out loud? You made me read that out loud on purpose.
I told you, you need to read things in your head.
I need it first.
You have a problem with that.
Chris with the 5 bones. Thank you, man.
I
appreciate it. Man, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the donations.
This is one of those.
Please don't let this take away from the donations to Knife Rights. So please go and donate. Like I said, we're gonna give a nice amount to Knife Rights.
What is that gesture? Is that?
It's like elbows
child
together.
appropriate?
Like
that's not elbows together. What is he doing?
That's elbows together.
It looks like he's going like this. Doesn't that mean like a bad word?
No.
I don't know about your super sticker.
You're thinking this.
No, I thought this was something like.
No.
It is.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
It is. I don't know if it's U.S. it's culture, but I'm pretty sure like this means like the B word or like FU or something.
I just know flipping the bird.
You know more than flipping the bird. You would be flipping the whole
Lacey,
eagle.
don't tell me what to do. Go see a new channel.
Hi, Lacey,
Rage
Lacey.
with Bill. All right. So I will say though, with this new Kaiser, it is coming soon. Obviously, you guys can't get it yet. As soon as it drops, so I will put the link up for you guys. I have the link in the video, so when it pops up, you guys can get it through there. It's really good though, man. Really, really good. The thing is though, and this is my complaint on it. I should have said it in the video, but I did not. The price is a little hefty. $175. It's 20 CV in aluminum. So the build quality is there, and it is a vault. Like it is a rock solid tank. The action's amazing. It's super ergonomic, very slicey, like so many great qualities, right? So many great qualities. But $175, that's like Benchmade 940. How much does a Benchmade go for? 180, right?
They're a little bit
now, right? I know prices are going up across the board.
But yeah, like roughly,
right?
For like the cheapest model.
So it's like if you can get the same thing USA made, I know like it would be S30V, but technically their 20 CV is probably about on par, maybe a little bit better than Benchmade's S30V, because as we know, most companies are not running M390 and 20 CV at an optimal range like they should be. At least most companies, not all, some are, but a lot of them are not. And Kaiser would be one that the heat treat's good. It's just it's not at an optimal HRC. It could be higher, like 99% of all the other companies as well. There's very little companies running at an optimal range. And I want to talk to you guys about that because I actually talked to PMP today about heat treats. Corey with the 20 bones. I just pre-ordered the big banter. Super stoked. Hopefully you use my damn link. Yeah, man, that's one definitely be stoked about. I am not going to do a first impressions on that. When I post the video, it's going to be a full review with great detail. Because I've had a lot of fun with that one already. USA made with warranty. Fox has the warranty. $175 is kind of steep. A 154 CM version for 90 should be on the way. That would be a little bit better, I think, for most people. With the 20 CV, yeah, the 20 CV is great, but I just don't see the $175. Maybe 140, maybe 150. I would feel good there. I could be like, yeah, man, this is a great purchase. But when you got to think, okay, most of us, not all, some of us do, but a lot of us don't mind buying the overseas. But it's got to be because I'm getting the same or better quality, at least the same quality for less money, right? Otherwise, why wouldn't I just spend it with the USA? I can support the USA, get a good warranty, lots of reasons to just keep it in the house. But when they start becoming neck and neck with it, it's difficult for me, even as a knife channel and everything. Like, of course, I'm going to tell people options, right? Like, yeah, this is really good. Yes, it's worth the money, blah, blah, blah. But I'm most likely going to recommend something USA made when you get to that type of money. When you start getting to that type of price, unless if it has full titanium and it has like other little things that make it as if it should be more money, then it starts making more sense. But it's aluminum. We know how cheap aluminum is. Let's not fucking pretend right now. Aluminum is cheap. It is not an expensive material. Granted, they have to machine it, and I get all that, right? I get it. But it's not an expensive material. So let's not pretend like it is. Now, I know this is better aluminum than like aluminum cans. So I'm not saying it's that cheap aluminum. It's 6160 aluminum. Or was it 6061 or whatever? Doesn't matter. But it's not like titanium. Titanium is obviously going to be more money. So you can see the price there when you're talking about $175 for 20 CV and titanium from overseas. That you can justify the price. We're talking about a crossbar lock aluminum. So the blade is what you're paying for, right?
I spilled coffee all over me.
Now, like, and put it this way. Think about this. You can get USA made knives with aluminum scales for how cheap? Now, I know they're trying to capitalize, even though they're not a capitalistic country. I know they're trying to capitalize on the clutch lock, which I get. I would too. which it is an amazing locking system. I really like how they have a bigger Omega spring and, you know, gives you a good detent with the, it is a really good locking system. I like it a lot, but the price though, it's hefty. It's a hefty price and you have to really love the design and, you know, to pay that for it. With CPM 154 would be interesting. No, it's 20 CV. It's 20 CV. So it's 175. It is 20 CV. So I'm not saying it's like so outrageous that that's just obnoxious. I'm not saying that. Like, it's a great knife. Like I can see the value there, but it would feel better at 150, 145, 150 bucks, because that way, think about this. Put it this way. I could recommend, let's think about it right now. Would I recommend a Spyderco PM2, an S45VN, or Crew Wear, or this? Would I recommend a Spyderco Manix, an S30V, or this? Would I recommend, I don't know, a Benchmade 940, or, you know what I mean? So like when you start getting into those lines, that's where my brain goes. So I know everybody else's does too. I can get a Hogue Ritter. I can get a fucking a Deca. I can get, you know, Protex and all these other knives that are USA made. Same materials, right? Maybe not the same steel, but the heat treats are going to be a little bit better, right? Not always, not all, but in many cases, the USA heat treats are better. Not always. Some of them are not. I get that, but a lot of them are. Now, talking about PMP, because this is a huge thing I want to talk about. So I was talking to PMP, and I hope people start understanding, because they know that they had a shitty heat treat before. They know that. They admit it. Their heat treat protocol, or the company, because remember, they don't heat treat in-house. They don't do anything in-house. They were, you know, they outsource. So PMP, whoever they were outsourcing their heat treats and their steel from, was not doing a good job. It was bad. And admittedly, they know it's bad. So, but now it's all different. So you don't hold that on them anymore, like to that. Obviously, we'll test it. We'll see how it goes and see how the future is moving. But don't hold that same standard of what used to be on them, because they don't use that service anymore. And they were saying that that some of the companies, like even like with Bowler and some of the steel companies.
That's for a question that
Okay.
when I do this, it means it's a question that pertains to what you're saying now.
I'm not a heat treater, so I can't explain it in great detail, but there's steel that's like around the steel that's not being removed that used to be. They used to remove this steel around like the outside layer or something like that, like maybe like after heat treat or something, maybe something like some steel's compromised. I'm not sure, but supposedly they're not taking it off like they used to be, which is maybe why sometimes we're getting some problems. But that's, I don't know enough information about that, but I was talking about that with PMP today, and he sent me pictures of it, like of the steel and stuff, and it's like, wow, you can actually see the difference.
Can you scroll up a little bit so I can ask the question?
Yes.
Not too fast though, because I can't read. God, now I'm not gonna be able to find it. I don't know who said it.
Thank you, Cuba.
But somebody asked, no, you're too far back now. Somebody asked, how would a layman like themselves understand how to tell about how well the heat treat is done on a knife?
Okay, so you wouldn't without testing and having a bunch. So when you've tried a lot of steels, like say if you have a bunch of knives, say if you have a knife collection, when you're sharpening it, you can feel the hardness of the steel. That's one thing. Now, if you're not used to it, then you're not going to be able to tell,
Someone
right?
said gangster, Jared.
It's kind of like,
wouldn't know.
Well, it's kind of like anything, right? Like if you sit there and deal with it enough, you can feel the difference in hardnesses. But if you sharpen a knife for the first time, you're not going to have anything to relate it to know what's hard and what's soft, right? But if you've done, like say if you've done M390 and you've sharpened M390 50 times, right? You have one M390 that feels like glass when you're sharpening it. And you have another M390 that when you're grinding it, the stone just feels like it's mushing into the steel. You notice those differences. What?
Lacey makes a really good point saying that she can tell more on the stones about that feeling.
Mhm.
And I was just about to say, it seems like the people who tend to be more expert in being like, oh, the heat treat was good, oh, the heat treat was bad, are the people that are sharpeners.
Well, that's one, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's
not
still
the end all
gun true,
be all,
right?
but
Like,
I've just noticed that people that sharpen, you're gonna know.
I've had times
if you
where
do it
steels
enough.
felt great, and they still did not get good edge retention.
Well,
So it still does. That's just one
not perfect.
factor. No, it's not perfect. It's one factor. It's just like taking an HRC. That's one factor, right? There's the heat treat and how well that's done. Then the HRC, and then also like there's burnt edges and things like that. So there's times where it might not feel that great, but then after you sharpen it a couple times, you can feel when you get into good steel. There's been so many times, like a lot, like probably more times than less, that I've been sharpening and I can literally feel myself get into really good steel. And it's usually about 2 to 3 edges worth of steel. Now, another way to tell, this is a huge way to tell, is with your burr. So the way your burr comes up. So like when you have a burr and it's like a metal wire across your edge, when you can like flake it, like, okay, so if it's flaky, some steels are a little different than others, so you kind of have to know the steels. But if it's really flaky, that's not a great thing. You don't want a flaky burr, like where it's literally, if you've seen it, you know what I'm saying. It literally is flaky and it won't fall off. It just bends back and forth like crazy. It just doesn't do anything. But if you have a burr that, you know, you have the burr and you just push it over and it just pops right off and the whole wire comes off, that's a great indicator that that steel is nice and hard, because the burr doesn't have the toughness in it to sit there and fold back and forth. So it's a good indicator that it's very hard, and that's what you want, because that hardness is what's going to give you really good edge retention. Obviously, there's a point though. There's always a point, right? You know, where it's brittle, but usually we don't see that. Normally, 99.999% of the time, we're seeing steels too soft, not too hard.
So many people are saying they've been up almost 39
Oh
hours.
man, Dwayne, get your
Rusty
ass
said
to
that
sleep.
too. Rusty,
Get your ass to sleep, man. You do not have to stay here. Do not feel like you have to. As long as you paid your due diligence, donating to Knife Rights, man, that's all that matters to us, man.
John Doe.
What's that?
Read John Doe's comment down low.
Where's it at? John Doe, you know what's hard, Jared? Raising this baby by myself. Call me or I'm getting a lawyer.
You're talking about understanding.
Damn it, John.
You're talking about understanding different hardnesses. He's like, you know what's hard?
You know what's really hard?
Raising this baby myself.
Right. Where are you? Where are you on the weekends, huh? Where do you go on the weekends? All
right here, baby.
Level on up says stones are more abrasive and destructive than paper or cardboard. So yeah, that makes sense.
Facts.
But yeah, I think when you've done it,
did you miss a super chat?
when you have, I don't think so.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Shepherd.
Oh,
Shepherd
yeah.
with the 5 bones. He goes, I'm a knife maker, and it's called decarb after heat treat. You must grind off the excess decarb, which is soft steel, and then you will get into hard steel. Right.
Cool.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Thank you for explaining that. And that's what he was saying, that a lot of the companies were not doing anymore like they used to. Like they used to. And they were leaving that on there. Right. And then
they were carbing.
Whatever.
The opposite of decarb.
Right. And so that would lead to, you know, when they cut it out and then they grind it and, you know, sell it. Because remember, the companies, some of the companies that are doing, you know, like making the knives, they're not necessarily doing the heat treats or anything. So like that's outsourced. So, but it does depend on the company, because some do heat treats in house. So
read Mark's comment at the
right,
bottom.
where's Mark?
Well, no, he's.
I was sharpening last week. Something hurt. I was sharpening my fingertips, still scabbed over. Mark, don't.
I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Don't sharpen your fingertips.
When you like don't realize that you keep scraping the same spot every time you go down, and then it's raw.
Why? How often do you sharpen?
When I've done that. When I've tried.
But yeah.
How are you going to tell me, someone that doesn't know what the hell they're doing, that I haven't done that? I immediately ruined a fingernail, a beautiful acrylic fingernail, because of trying to sharpen. So I don't do it. Fingernails. And why would I?
Want to sharpen rice
I have a free
45.
sharpener right here. I don't need to.
I know. That's why I'm curious, like, what you would even
There's
be
been a
sharpening
few
for.
times where I've just sat down and tried.
So what I say is that if you are trying to use your finger for indicators and you're going across a stone, especially like an aggressive stone, you can use Captain tape. Captain tape, wrap your finger. It will not take off the Captain tape. You can
Captain with a K.
You can grind your finger all day on that stone and it's not going to hurt your finger.
Is that a test?
Captain with a K.
Is that a dare?
That's a dare. But what I do though is if you want to use your fingers as an indicator, just use them as the indicator and then lift it up. Let it float over the stone more than grind. So don't let it grind, just let it float over
I am
the top.
the captain now.
Yes, Captain. Hell no. I'm here for the long haul until the live is done. It ain't over. Been up for 35 hours. What's a few more?
If it makes you
Now,
feel
that's a
better,
soldier right
I
there.
also only slept, I think, like 2 hours last night. I could not sleep.
James says, Dom. What I miss.
Dom.
What I miss. Dom.
Tom.
Where's the best place to get diamond plates at and what grit should I get? So
I know the answer to this because I answered all day. Sure, see if I'm right.
Go ahead, try it.
Okay, Gritomatic is a good place
No,
to
it's
get.
not.
What? Wait, hold on.
Nope.
Diamond plates.
No. You might as well just stop.
Wait,
now.
should I just say the brand or the store?
You can tell him.
Resin bonded?
No, that's not a diamond plate. That's a diamond stone. It's completely different.
A Toma? Is it a Toma?
No, that's not going to be the best for his money.
Okay, Word Sharp, Ultra Sharp.
Just
Ultra Sharp.
Stop.
Is it Ultra Sharp?
Yes. Ultra Sharp.
I'm right.
Ultra Sharp if you don't have a lot of money. If you're broke and you need if you want the best bang for your buck, go with Ultra Sharp 3x8s. It's about $138 for three 3x8 plates. Now you can get the smaller ones, the 2x6s for $56. You'll get 3 plates, a 300, a 600, and a 1200 grit. So depending on the size, depends on the price, but that's a great bang for your buck. They're the same things like DMTs. They're really good quality. They work great. But if you have the money, the best way to go is a Toma for diamond plates. But you have to. I just said if you have the money,
but I said
they're
at
like
first
double
you
the
said
price.
no.
Because they're not for the money.
Oh, I didn't know that
I'm
was
sitting
part of
here
the
trying
question. He didn't say that. That wasn't part of the question.
That's why I'm running it down. Let me finish really quick before you interrupt.
And
so the Atoma plates you can get the 140, the 400, the 600, the 1000, but they're expensive. They're really expensive. So you can get the replacement sheets because they have a sheet that you can peel off and you can buy the replacement sheets and apply them back on for a little bit cheaper. So you could just get one big plate and then buy another sheet of the grit that you want and slap it on the opposite side of the plate you already have. You can do that. Save yourself a few bucks because then you don't have to buy the other plates. Just know which side is which. But and then if you have Chinga, if you got some real money, the best is going to be Veneve, but that's resin bonded diamond stones. It's not diamond plates. It's different.
The question I was just about to answer.
What?
It's fine.
Okay. It's resin bonded, not diamond plate, so it's completely different. That's a stone you have to maintenance, you have to take care of, you have to flatten, you have to do all that stuff, but it's resin bonded diamonds.
That's the answer to your question, Michael.
Diamond plates are, you don't have to maintenance them.
I ignored the term plates in the question. That's why I'm talking to Michael.
Yeah, right. Then that's the difference. Stone is different than plate.
He was saying, I thought you were pushing Veneve from Gritomatic, and that's what I thought too. And that's why I asked at the beginning resin bonded, because I know when it's resin bonded, it's always Veneve.
So listen, you guys got to be clear. I'm only pushing the ones that I can link down in the description.
The ones that sound like his last name. Veneve.
No, when you go into my videos, if you go into the videos, go into the Amazon link that I have. And then that's where you can find the Ultra Sharps. You can even take Gritomatic has a site on there. You can go to Gritomatic on there. They have the Veneves. Right now, they actually have the Phoenix Veneves if you want to get them. Lefty's in the house. Holy shit. Woo! I got here and all I heard was Kara nail that question and Jared get all
Did you not hear the beginning of my answer? Did you just come in right at the end? If so, don't rewind.
Wait,
it's Trevin.
Lucky, I guess.
Trevin's
it's
in
the
house.
knives. It's the knives.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tomas are really good. DMTs, the only problem with DMTs is that they're a bit more expensive for the same thing as the ultra sharps. Now, granted, they're USA
That's also
made,
a very dangerous
so-
drug.
Well, I don't know about
Be careful.
dangerous.
Be
dangerous?
careful. Yeah.
Would you say dangerous?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say dangerous.
If it makes you see aliens and Jesus, it might be a little dangerous.
That'd be the best thing that ever happened to you.
Hey, not judging.
I just came in on the tail end of that answer. Let's see here. Go follow Lefty. Yes, go follow Lefty's channel. Here is a link for it. Definitely go and subscribe to him.
He's a trans lefty.
Grittomatic charging
truly a
too much
righty.
using the Russian-Ukraine thing to jack up the prices. Yeah, they're already overpriced. You can buy a lot of that stuff directly from Russia, but then you'll have to wait like a month or two. And I think the price might be a little bit better. I don't know. But Grittomatic though, yeah, the anything resin bonded is going to be more expensive, or it's going to be quite a bit expensive. But they're awesome though. They are really good. Like I love my Neevesknives stones. They're my favorite stones out of all stones I have. Those are that's my prized possession of stones. But I have the Dragon series, which is even like the more upgraded version of the stones. Closet righty.
Yeah, he's a closet righty or a trans leftist.
He just needs to come out.
Yeah, well, no,
I'm back. How are you wrapping up hardcore knife rights? Hell of a day. We are going to give some stuff away. That's one thing we're going to do.
Are we going to do that? Technically, our stream has not
starts at 15
yet.
minutes. Yeah, technically.
Yeah, this is still knife rights.
Yeah, this is still knife rights.
So let's end it with some knife rights stuff. What do you think is the dumbest knife law you've ever heard of? Just the most ridiculous. Any?
Literally, any of them.
Let me ask you, and then we're going to hit that super chat right there. Do you think ballistic knives should be allowed? So do I. What's the harm? I don't get it. If a pistol, I feel like a pistol and a ballistic knife are like equal. I would say a ballistic knife is way less deadly.
I don't think anything should be illegal. The only things, personally, from my perspective, this is my point of view, nothing should be illegal. Not in the United States. Well, that's different, because what we're talking about is doing something to somebody. That's not a thing.
Okay.
Right?
Anything that doesn't harm.
Okay, put it this way. Trafficking, right, should be illegal because you're doing harm to somebody or something. But the trucks used for trafficking should not be illegal, right? That's what I'm saying. The tools, the things, those shouldn't be illegal. The crime should be illegal. Like, say, knives shouldn't be illegal, but stabbing somebody can be, right? Two separate things. You know, you could do that with because you could do that with anything.
Grenade
right?
launchers?
A hammer is going to be an illegal item, or is going to be used illegally if I start beating you over the head with it, right? Same thing with the knife, but it doesn't have to be illegal until then, or it shouldn't be. What?
They want to know how you feel about grenade launchers.
I love grenade launchers. I think everybody should have a grenade launcher.
Did we get the other super chat? Wasn't there another one that we said we were going to? Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, Dukes with the 2 bones. Jared, Benchmade, don't have one and not impressed. You don't have to get a Benchmade, but
I think you could survive with that one personally.
Are you asking me if I have one? Because I got a couple.
I think they're overpriced.
Gravity knives illegal. What the fuck? Any knife should not be illegal. But no, like say grenade launchers, in all reality, no. I think most firearms should be just legal, because we have the Second Amendment rights. So with our Second Amendment rights, they protect us for those things, so you can have those things. Tanks, bazookas, whatever, you should be able to have them. If the military can have them, then we should be able to have them. And the reason why is because the reason why we have the Second Amendment is to protect ourselves from tyranny. How the hell can you protect yourself from tyranny if you don't have the same weapons that they do? So that doesn't even make sense not to. But the thing you do with it, right, is what, because it's just like we've had them since the United States started. We've always had guns, and with certain things that happen, like certain crimes, it's only been of recently where really bad. So it's more mental health than the problems with the guns, because actually all, I'm going to say all, every single, it's got to be like a huge percentage, but I would say all of them, because if they're doing the deed, then they're already committing a crime. But every single person that's using a gun unlawfully, right, shouldn't have probably been possessing it in the first place, right? Because so I'm saying like most of them are illegally carrying it. That's what I'm saying. And if they're not, like let's say they are legally carrying the firearm, they're using it illegally, so they're already breaking the law. It's not the gun that's breaking the law; it's them.
Yeah, and I think I was gonna say this
Same
earlier.
thing with knives.
I was gonna say this earlier when Doug was on, but I knew he had a short time, so I didn't want to like spread the conversation along. But with that said, when it comes to when Jared asked Doug, what did you ask him exactly? You said like, because how is that like compared to our Second Amendment rights or whatever?
No, I was saying like how are they able to make restrictions?
So what I was gonna say about that is what they do is really a sneaky, disgusting thing. Is they take a right that's supposed to be a right with really no restrictions. Like the way the rights were written, they already had little tiny things amended to them to make them appropriate. Like for instance, free speech. It's not totally free, right? You can't yell fire in a movie theater. You can't incite violence. Like there's little things that make it so it works, but you still have the base right. When it comes to firearms, I think that they think, well, I think they know what they're doing, but like I think the idea, right, is that you're just making a small change, right, to the right to make it more safe. Like taking away like a bump stock would be like the same as not yelling fire in a movie theater, except for that's not the case, right? Because these things do not compare whatsoever to inciting violence or actually breaking the law, right? Because if I want to use a bump stock so I can fire like an auto or whatever, why does that matter? You know what I mean? Well, whatever. I'm just saying it's one of those stupid things that they took away for absolutely no reason.
Just like everything. It's always,
but you still have your right though. You can still have a black powder gun.
Don't believe
like a pirate.
That's all 1 inch.
You still can have it. Like that's not bearing arms.
No, it's all 1 inch at a time.
That's yeah.
Anyone can declare someone is crazy, doesn't necessarily make it true. And then I seen that where'd it go? Somebody, I think it was Trevor asking me if I killed the
Did you say Trevor again?
Yeah.
Trevin
says.
Look at that. Read that. Read that one.
I have a fully semi-automatic OTF that has 100-round pocket clip. That's hilarious. That's
great. Can I put that on a shirt?
No, the company sent me the buffalo, by the way.
The buffalo.
I did not kill it. Wear a tank top. It's the right to bear arms. That's hilarious. Any gun restrictions on the unit itself is shitty. People are what suck, not the weapon. Facts. That goes with anything. I mean, it doesn't.
It would make more sense to increase penalty for the crimes committed with guns, which I don't necessarily like agree with either. But I'm just saying, like, at least that would make more sense because you're choking down on the person's actions, not the inanimate object's ability.
And
you know what I mean?
Almost every single country, when they restricted the guns, very soon after there was a huge massacre of people. That means they went after their own people. Almost every single one of them. Now you could say there's a couple, like say Australia, right? Australia's only given up theirs like 20 years ago, so it's very short time so far, right? And we've seen what happened during the pandemic with those guys. I'm not going to get into it, but when you give that up, though, you take away the power that you have, because especially like a country like us, right? We are a country where they work for us, right? We the people. They work for us.
We the people.
It's not the government, right? It's we the people. So they're supposed to listen to us. We're supposed to be the ones with the power, not them. And if we ever give that up, you can be damn fucking sure it will be very soon after we will wind up like Venezuela or many other countries. And another thing, what the hell was I going to say? When they take them away, right? They try to cover it up because they show that crime goes down. Crime does not go down. Crime almost always goes up after taking away the guns. What does go down is gun crimes, which is separate. When you look at a lot of the countries, once they took away the guns, stabbings went up massively. Like I forget the percentage of how much more, but an insane amount. Right. So, yeah, granted, people were running around shooting each other, but they were stabbing each other. So it's still in the crime went up because now more people know, guess what? You're a law abiding citizen. I'm not. So since I'm not,
and
you
don't
are,
have anything that
you're
can beat my
fucked.
knife.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. I can have a gun because I'm not. I don't give a fuck about the law.
Even if you didn't, though, I'm just saying, you know that they're unarmed most likely if they're law abiding, right?
When
Can you pull that up when you have a sec?
A criminal never walks around, never wonders like whether or not it's legal. They already know everything they're doing is illegal. So they're never what they do know though is that you are legal and you're doing everything legal, and you most likely don't have a gun because you can't carry one, or you wouldn't carry one in this area or whatever. So especially when you get into places where they completely restrict you from carrying certain things, you're just a sitting duck at that point. That's why most gun crimes are committed in
but that's why I don't understand
zones, or at least gun massacres.
That's why I don't understand the disproportion between gun laws and knife laws. Like, if that's how they treat, I feel like they allow, in their eyes, it's completely twisted, because if you allow a pistol to exist but not a gravity knife, the gravity knife is far less dangerous in their view. So how it doesn't even all add up to me. Like, the knife stuff is just beyond ridiculous.
Okay, Aquatic 5 Bones says, thank you for the 5 bones. He
Thank
says,
you.
You're allowed to yell fire in a theater. Yeah, if there's a fire. What are you talking about is qualifiers, and all that's covered in the Federalist Papers. Jefferson Savage.
I don't know
if there's a
I
fire.
thought you couldn't incite panic though. Like, I thought that was a thing you can be.
Yeah. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be able to. Yeah, no, you can't. Just like I can't say, like I can't give your address and say I'm gonna come and do blank to you, right? Like you can't. That's inciting violence
Or threats.
Or threats, things like that.
Terroristic
Right, but that's
threats.
different though than me calling you a fucking asshole and saying I wish you would die.
Right.
Right. That's not inciting violence.
No.
Like I could say things like that. That's just freedom of speech. But I can't.
But I don't
literally
know.
threaten you. But that's different. What the hell is this? I want to see 50,000 buffalo, not 50,000 scary people. So it's going to be hell on earth. Yes, vote Tuesday. Hickok, 45. Are you talking with facts and making sense? You must be a Republican. No, I'm actually not. I'm a libertarian.
He's a liberal.
I'm not a liberal. What?
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 I didn't say that. I didn't say anything.
No, I personally, I hate that we get divided, to be honest, because I don't like sides. I don't like that at all. I think it should be based on what's logical. That's it. And yes, I think obviously one side has recently leaned towards a lot of nonsense, but it could probably swing the other way very soon.
Listen,
too.
I just follow what I think is like an
right
accurate thing, and if those accurate things happen to fall more on one side, then I'm gonna vote, for who is gonna,
freedom. That's it.
Who's gonna represent
fuck everything else.
My thing more. That's the whole point of democracy. You pick the person who represents what you want more. Right? And they may not represent everything you want, because that's probably not going to happen. But you go with the individual who you think is going to represent you more, because we're not even a democracy. First of all, we're a republic, and it's different. And the difference, if you don't know, is a democracy is where it's the people's votes going like straight up, and that's it. We have an electoral college, so we vote for representatives who then vote for us. So we put a lot of trust in the hands, right, of said people. So you have to just go with who has more things. If you just vote on a party because that's the party you belong to, like whatever, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I just think that every time it's worth in certain situations to be, not unbiased, and to just consider the situation. And I have my own biases, like everybody does, where there's just certain things that I'm not going to fold on, so I'm going to tend to lean one way. But it would be nicer if it was more based off of the things rather than the people and the labels, for sure.
Yeah, it seems logical. I think with me, the biggest thing is just freedom, right? Anytime I hear politicians or people trying to vote our freedoms away, regardless of what it is, whether it's freedom of speech,
same.
Anything,
that's what I always go for.
I don't care what it is. That's why the biggest thing for me is the person that like who's going to represent me or whatever politician, as long as their biggest view is protecting my freedom, which is their job. That's supposed to be their biggest job. Their biggest job is supposed to be defending our constitutional rights, and which has got us to here, right? And the reason why we have all these checks and balances in place is because of this. Now, granted, there's a lot of them trying to tear it down, right? And that's why I think that's the biggest threat we can have. It doesn't matter if we disagree on things. We can disagree on a lot of things, but we have to agree on one thing, and that's freedom. As long as our freedoms are not being infringed, then we can fucking debate anything else. Like, we can argue, debate, you can win, I can win sometimes, go back and forth, whatever the majority is, but it should never. And if people are, then that's why we need to vote them out and get people in that are protecting our constitutional rights. That's the most important part. Anything else we can debate.
I love this comment. It's like blade steels. They're straight offs, good and bad with everything. That is such a good comparison for this group of people right now, because it's funny to me when I sit here and listen to people talking about, blade steels and stuff, and it's very, very similar to the political spectrum when you look at blade steels. It's a funny comparison because you have people who sit on two sides of the aisle for certain steels. Like, you have the people that like D2 and you have the people that are like sick of it and done with it. You know what I mean? You have people that love M390 and the people who think, no, K whatever 90 now. And you know what I mean? Like, it's a very good comparison but what you should look at the end of the day is the facts based off the company who's providing the steel to you, and do they represent and create that steel in the best way where it's gonna, bring out the best in that steel's potential. And it's just a really good comparison.
Yeah, Rochambeau, I agree. And that's why I think there should be term limits, because it does make it to where
that's
all
the dumbest
politicians thing, after a long time, wind up being bought, and they work for the system and big companies and insider trading and all that shit. But that's why I think there's certain politicians, I think, that they come in, especially when they're younger and fresher and stuff, that they do have, I think, the best for the people, at least intentions wise. Not all of them, I'm saying the ones that if you agree with them and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I think over time you get to see their track record, right? But there's no reason why like you should be a politician for 40 years and have done nothing, right? So to me, like, that's just, you're just bought and paid for. So, but yeah, you're right. On both sides are definitely paid and are doing insider trading, and it definitely the system is rigged 100%. But every system is rigged, every fucking one of them. This is the only places we have the best opportunity to become nothing into something. We have the most opportunities here, and I think we're losing it more than we used to have it. But that's why I think it's important for us to turn it around and fight for those things back, because we are very privileged living in this country. This country is a great country to live in, and we have the best abilities to do the most here. Dukes of Hazzard with the 2 bones. This inflation is killing my knife budget. Ain't that the fucking truth? Hitler knows what's good. Insider trading is not illegal for Congress members. No, it's
Facts.
not. It's not, and that's the problem. That's a problem. It's a huge problem.
I think personally that anywhere, free market or not, right, that anywhere where you have like an influence over any law that could influence a large stock company,
for sure,
that, like, unfortunately, you and your spouse, if you're married or in a close common law type relationship, should just be outie. Like, I don't know how that could be fair, but like for them to not be able to trade stocks because it is supposed to be like a free market thing. But like, and maybe if we had term limits, it wouldn't actually be that big of a deal.
Well, right, but kind of like not available, saying Democrats and Republicans are friends. Yeah, they are. Most of them are, especially the lifelong politician ones. But the ones that are coming in like fresh, those ones aren't.
You never know how easy it is for them to just get sucked into some craziness.
Well, over time, I think,
especially if money's involved.
I think a lot of them, right? They spend 20 years in it and they realize the game, right? And they realize, like, I can either get rich in this game or work for the people in this game. And a lot of them are going to get rich, not work for the people. But a lot of them come in working for the people, right? That's how they get voted in, and that's how they start it. But, over time, they all wind up getting bought. And that's why I think term limits are very important. But yeah, of course, there's definitely friends.
Can I show this knife, please?
Not all of them, but in many cases, a lot of them are. Go ahead. What's the name of it?
It's a QSP. I don't know the name.
Canary.
It's the canary.
Canary.
I love it. I love it so much, guys. I'm not like a fixed blade. Oh, babe, you made it go away. Oh, there it goes. I'm not like a fixed blade fanatic by any means, but this thing is kind of the bee's knees and maybe even the cat's meow. If I had to go so far, and it might even be as awesome as a possum. And you guys know how I feel about
How
possums.
many people are in here? I can't see.
I don't know, probably half as much because we talked about
I
politics
know,
for too long.
That's why I'm kind of wondering, did we lose a lot of
We
people here?
effed
Because we're
up.
about to go back to knives because it's 7:30 and we are to the Neevesknives live
Bang!
now.
Neevesknives. My name is Kara, and I'm here with my amazing husband, Jared. Welcome to Neevesknives Live. We're here at Neevesknives Live.
What's up?
What's up?
190 people in here. Shout out to
it
you
is
guys.
like a big, small knife.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah,
You guys are awesome.
So yeah, you guys. I'm also not like a huge fan of holes in blades.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button if you think this canary is awesome, because I sure do. But I have to say, in this case, being like a true neck knife, having the little bit of weight out of the handle is nice, because I have some neck knives where like you put them on and then you feel the chain digging into your neck all day. And because this one is, the weight is taken out with them holes, it makes it so much better. And it's just the standard kind of cheap chain, but like the sheath is very well fitting. I've not had any problems with it like coming out, and I've had problems with neck knives before where I feel like it's going to come out. So this thing is a really, really good buy. Whether you have large hands, small hands, it's not like a mini person knife. It is anybody who wants a neck knife. And also, I know I have like hockey strings in the top of my shirt, but like you can totally put this in your shirt and no one's gonna know. So I love it. Why are you laughing?
Steve, thank you for becoming a new member. Shout out to Steve. We do have the members live tomorrow. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the skull video, and we did get some comments. Like some people were saying like, it didn't seem like it was entirely too accurate, the skull. They would have thought like that it would have been more difficult to penetrate. Now, the thing is, though, is that, remember, this is a double-edged dagger. These things, not even bulletproof vests in many cases can stop them. Even like chainmail, these things go right through. So your skull is very strong, and I have no doubt that it's probably not a little bit stronger than the thing. But when you actually feel that thing, it's pretty strong. And that material, it's like layered plastic in a way. So granted, I'm sure it's a little easier to some extent, but it's still pretty difficult.
I don't know. I think I could go right through. I've had
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that with a double-edged dagger like this, putting in force, like even like wood right now, you give me wood, which we are not as strong as wood. Yes, our bone is very strong, but like think about wood only this thick, because that's how thick your skull is, right? Just like that.
It was like how much is it? A half inch?
That's like a quarter inch.
Quarter inch, but isn't there a part that's like almost a half inch?
Yeah, I'm sure there's parts, but I'm just saying though, to go right through the top, it's not going to be too difficult. I could definitely do it. And maybe one of these days we'll get a cow skull or something, which is like 5 times thicker than a human's, and maybe try to go through that. We're not talking about, what's his name? What's his name?
Wood, and now everyone's laughing at you.
What's his name?
Bartholomew?
Bartholomew. We're not going to do Bartholomew.
Why don't you know his name?
What are you talking about, wood? What?
You said the statement, give you wood. Like it gives you wood.
What are you talking about?
You were just talking about wood, and now they all think that you're giving them, that they give you wood, and it's weird. I don't know.
You guys got some very, very...
You all got crushes on Jared tonight, I've noticed.
The Yo Jumbo. Now this one,
night.
I will say, it definitely took more effort than
it's not
this, because it's not double-edged, it's not a dagger. But however, the first portion right here is very easy. This sucker goes in good, but once you get past there, this is where it starts getting caught. So going in is one thing, but pulling it out, like you got to really pull to get it out. So, but it was very awesome getting to do that. And I'm going to try to contact the company and see if we can't get them to donate some more parts to us, like maybe a whole torso or something, so that we can shoot things at it. Today. We'll do some shurikens, some throwing stars, maybe some throwing knives. Like I was saying earlier, some slingshots, maybe. Who knows? Maybe we'll do some brass knuckles. Maybe we'll just do raw knuckle, right? Like just see if we can break its jaw or something. What?
It is the QSP Canary, correct?
Yes.
QSP Canary. Also, I was just, when you were talking, I was sitting here with like taking this and I was jamming it against my head to kind of feel how it would feel. And I'm serious though, like I know that sounds weird, but like I'm just like sitting here like feeling the squish. My head's not squishy, but you know what I mean. I think that would rail through my head without issue.
Even
I
this,
really
like,
do.
It's like,
Don't hurt
it
him.
makes little marks in it going like that, but I
Brad
imagine even
has
with
been through
bone,
enough.
that would happen. So it's pretty tough. And even,
I
like,
feel like
slashing,
maybe he's a little bit more shattery than man.
and now
when
he
you
doesn't have all the stuff, because when it's built, like I will say this too, once it's broken, it's probably easier to go through. But when it's whole, it's going to be a
It's
lot
heavy
denser.
and thick.
It's dense, it's heavy.
But yeah, I
And
think
it's the closest thing we got.
I think though the one major differentiator between that and a real human is that I think that that's more splintery. Like I think
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I know that bone does that, but I think
Yes.
that does it in thinner layers than what bone would. I think bone would, I don't know.
I
But
think
anyway,
bone would too.
what I was
Bone
trying to
shatters.
say is that this is the closest you'll ever get to Kara's story time. Okay, it's gonna be quick.
Come on, man.
Don't talk about my baby like that, Trevin. Anyway, when I was in second grade, I was older than that. I
He's
watched
just
them.
playing hard to get. Kara, what it was?
I already said it. QSP Canary.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I'm trying to say
Go
my
ahead.
story.
I'm listening.
When
I'm listening.
I've said this before, so some of you guys might heard it, whatever. But
Okay.
Kyle will be happy because he's always wanted to hear one story from me. So anyway, mini story. I was young. The movie Holes came out. If you don't know what it is, it's a movie where a bunch of juvenile delinquents are in like a detention camp in the middle of a dried lake, and their punishment is they have to go out and dig 5 foot deep by 5 foot wide holes every day in the dirt. In reality, the camp counselors are actually just looking for
It's coming soon.
ancient treasure. So they're just using these juvenile delinquents to hopefully find the treasure. It's actually a good movie, even if you're not a kid. I would recommend it. Anyway,
John, it's not available yet. As soon as it gets in stock, I'm going to do a post on it, and I'll probably have a video because I also want to talk more about the QSP Penguin Plus. They should be released around the same time. I'm waiting for the information of right when they get released, but as soon as they do, you guys will know right away from us. We will throw up a post and also have a video, because like I have some other videos coming soon that I would love to do right now, but I can't. I have to wait till they're released. But because I get to have the knife so long before the video starts, I'm just going to do a full review.
Are you aware that I was in the middle of that, or you just didn't care?
Oh, I thought you were done.
What?
I'm sorry.
Go
ahead.
What are you talking
Go ahead.
about?
Go ahead.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
My bad.
That was a bad one. I have to admit.
Well, I was looking up
I know
stuff,
you
so
don't listen when
I can't
you read,
hear
but
and read. At the same
you
time.
have to hear noise though, just audible noise.
Well, yeah, it's just noise.
Or that the
It's
fact
just
that I was
fucking
literally
background
had
noise.
noise coming out.
Yeah, like trucks driving by. Just audible noise. Like
I'll
dogs
remember that
barking.
next time I interrupt you and you give me that look. I get a free pass. All right.
That's not
I
true.
get a free pass.
You're
now.
different. You're different. They'll give me that shit because we know you can hear.
No, it's not about me hearing. It's about me wanting to speak.
Go ahead, baby.
Anyway, I don't even know where the hell I was.
Speak on. Come on. Yeah, you do. Come on. Don't do that.
I'm trying to remember exactly where I was. Oh, okay. So anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, so after watching that movie, I started to do that in my backyard with some friends. We decided we were gonna dig the same holes.
What are you talking about?
Well, you would have known if you listened, but you didn't care. So anyway, we started to dig some holes in the backyard that were equal to the movie we want. But at this point, it was just about digging as deep as we possibly could. And anyway, so we reached a point to where there was like really thick roots. This is in a forest, and my friend had the shovel lodged under a big root, and another one of our friends off to the side made like a really funny joke. So the kid that had the shovel under the root kind of had his strength intact, but then when the joke was told, he laughed and kind of like, ha ha, like lift up the shovel. Well, that shovel went right up into my face, like in my forehead, like in it. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is because a blunt shovel with no sharpness to it. It was like a spaded shovel, but it didn't have one of those really thin edges. It was just a typical shovel, like the kind you see in a zombie game when you're killing zombies. Anyway, it went into my head and was able to get in there. and it had no edge at all, and it was able to penetrate deeply enough to be a serious thing. And that was in the front of my head, which I believe is the thickest part. So I have no doubt that blade would go in, like in, because that shovel certainly did.
Thanks, Duke.
And it wasn't even that hard
Appreciate
of a swing. You know, like he just came up off the root and did that. And it was a kid's strength. So why are you just laughing the whole time? What is so funny?
No, I was in the piggyback off your
Don't
story.
you know I hate that fucking word.
So
I hate that piggybacking
I've
shit.
told this story before, but speaking about a shovel to the head, I told you about this story the other day. I don't know if I ever told you it before that, but I told the live about it. That you know, the area I grew up in, a lot of people fought dogs and stuff. There was a lot of people that literally raised pit bulls for fighting and stuff. So there were a lot of fighting dogs around the neighborhood. Well, one day I was walking and I was, you know, it was at night. It was really, really late. So it's dark as hell out. And I'm walking. And then all of a sudden I see this little tiny shovel. It's a little mini shovel. And I know what type of shovel it is because I use them at work. Like when we're down in holes, it's a hole shovel. So like when you're doing excavating or anything like that, and you need to get down into a hole and you need to be able to dig down inside of an area that's nice and tight, you need a little shovel. So that's what it was for. So it was a little tiny, you know, it looks like a kid shovel, but it's not a kid shovel. It's for a hole, and it's a legit one. And I see it. And for some reason, something just told me, pick it up. And I wasn't going to pick it up. There was no reason for me to pick it up. I should just walk right past it, but something told me, pick it up. And I picked it, and I don't know why. Like it just, you know, like God told me. And I bent down, and the second I grabbed it, a pit bull is like just beelining at me. He's right there already. So as soon as I grabbed it, he's there coming at me. And I smacked him in the face with it. And he backed up and shook it off and then came right back at me. I fucking smacked him again. Then another dog to the left of me comes running at me too. Bink, I hit him. And now I'm like fighting these two fucking dogs off that like they're trying to like shark me, you know, back and forth. And one's not a pit bull. One's a pit bull. The other one's, I don't know, some mutt. Then, you know, I'm sitting there fighting them off and stuff, and like they're kind of standing back now because they've been smacked a couple times really good, so they don't want to fuck around. But they're still, you know, under attack. They're still in attack mode. Then the owner comes running from behind them. I know the owner. Went to school with them, grew up with them, and then I realized what dog that was. That dog's a fucking killer. I know that dog. I've known it since it was. I'm not like a person like friends with it because it's a fucking killer, because the guy raising the dog is raising it to be a killer. So thank God I saw that shovel, and thank God I picked it up, because if not, like it would have been so fast. Like even if I would have caught the dog, right, and started fighting him, which I would have, and I probably would have won, the other dog would have got me from the side, and I would have been getting tore up by two dogs. So even if I would have got the one dog, it'd have been tough fighting them both, especially the age I was and everything. I'm not saying I couldn't have done it. I probably would have, but the shovel definitely came in hand. And
are you trying to one up my shovel story right now?
No, it just reminded me. We're talking about shovels to the head. That was my shovel. I've had lots of shovels. Your story
to the head, like one up mine a little bit.
No, I've had lots of shovels like to the actual head. Like
so now you're telling me I have even more that outdo my shovel story. I was so proud of my shovel.
I won't tell them.
You better not.
I won't.
You better not.
I won't.
If I hear a shovel story ever come out of this live again, I'm shutting her down.
No more shovel stories.
I'm just kidding, baby. All right, I'm sending this to Bama. Wait, I was about to type in Bama. What's his email? Like, don't say it, Bama. But don't say it out loud, because I don't know if I just don't know it. If you type in Bama,
hey Bama, just send me your email on text so we can send you a thing.
Yeah.
Bama Lama.
I tried to. Wait, he already got
was
it.
in a fight for his.
Don't move the mouse. I need it.
Jared was in a fight for his life, and Kara pretty much stepped on a wreck. Cold Steel makes awesome shovels.
Jared's always in a fight for his life. I think you've had more near-death experiences than most people I know. I would say.
I'm actually the story time. When we get to story time, I'm going to talk about
You're not going to let Bama tell a story?
Well, if Bama wants to tell a story, of course he can tell a story. But the story I was going to tell was this the story about this fight I got into in a really small apartment with a lot of people. It was like, I don't know, 8 to 10 people all together. And so that's the story for story time. We'll
now they already know what happened.
No, they don't. They do not.
Okay. Boom, shakalaka. It is sent.
Should do a live where every time someone donates, they take a drink during story time. Story time would turn into drunk history. That's hilarious.
Hey, they were asking if you could do the giveaway. Well, okay, somebody I think it was Ian asked if we could do a giveaway if we get to 200 likes. We're at 185. I do like that idea. However, being that we're about to bring a guest on, I don't exactly know how the dynamic's going to go. So I promise we'll do a giveaway, and we just appreciate the likes if you give them. But it's coming.
Yeah, we'll do some giveaways. You want to do some giveaways really quick? Just give some stuff away.
Well,
really
no,
quick?
we have to bring him in, and I don't like just Bama. You come in when you're ready. I just would rather get him in here, and then we can, because then otherwise it's gonna pop up and be a thing.
Why don't you grab the box and we'll talk about some of the stuff.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about some giveaway stuff.
Can Bama enter it if he's on the stream?
No.
He's gonna be so sad because he's never won one, and it's like his destiny.
Well, if he wants something, we can just send it to him.
Oh, that's unfair. Wow.
So
bias.
So Schrade, USA made Schrade, sent me a box of knives to give to you guys. So I have multiple knives now. I know some of you guys like the Schrades are overpriced. They are. There are a couple of the best ones that they make are in this box. These are free. So they are free. We have technically they're
damn. I really like this box.
Now we don't. I have a couple other knives we could give away instead, but
in addition, you mean?
Well, in addition, I don't want to give it all away because there's so many giveaways right here. Let's just do like 2 or 3. So that's like a $250, $280 knife or some shit.
This one is actually so I think that your guys' opinions, it's kind of like what happens to us when we get a knife for free, right? Your opinion's gonna get a little bit skewed when you don't have to pay for it. Not in terms of being able to recognize a good knife or a bad knife, but you're not gonna have the feeling of I just wasted or spent $280 on this object and is it worth that? You're just gonna see it for what it is and understand like this is actually not a bad knife.
I will tell you right now.
This one is not bad.
I absolutely would not pay as much as they're asking for any one of these knives.
But free.
I promise you I will not. I would not. And I would never recommend anybody to spend this much money on any one of these knives. Granted, some of them are good knives, like this one. This one, I thought at first, open it up for them. I thought this one was my favorite. I thought.
This one's pretty sick.
But I think this one's my actual favorite now. It's thick. That's the one thing. It is a thick bitch, but it's a pretty tough knife. So I think it'd be all good. I'm gonna let him set up. Let him do his thing.
I just used.
As soon as you're ready, just give us a thumbs up. But yeah, it's an Axis style lock, S35, G10 steel. Now we do have the Balisong in here for somebody. So what I figured was maybe we could just do one of the giveaways and the person can pick one of the knives and then we'll do second place with what's left.
Summing up. This one's S35 VN, by the way.
Bama!
It's the thumbs up.
So
what up? Can you hear me?
We also have, just really quick, just to show you guys, they make, you guys seen that in that Schrade video, if you guys watch my videos, that really thin knife.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
They have a mini version of it. So
I think the mini one's a lot more appropriate for the design.
The problem is that it's so entirely way too thin. Like it
hurts.
Thin. Whatever thinness you're thinking right now,
triple it.
Triple thinner. Triple thinner.
Triple thin.
Like it doesn't even like
it doesn't even
it's literally the thickness of liners, but as the scale.
Okay, look. Here is a standard SD card. Okay. Everybody pretty much knows what these thinness looks like. Baby, can you make it so that they can see what I'm doing here? Look at that. Hold on. Let me show you. Yeah, look at that. Each scale is thinner than an SD card. Like straight up. Each side is
very thin
than an SD card. It's so thin. The ergonomics, if you had to bear down, I feel like it would slice the green.
It feels like it's missing its scales.
Yeah, it feels naked.
But, you know, for just a light duty, if you're looking literally for just a light duty pinch grip knife, it'd be fine. you know, and that's all its intended purpose is for, I would imagine.
I think Bama actually bought all the new Schrade knives. I heard. It's accurate, correct?
Not exactly accurate.
Not exactly.
Well, what is your newest knife then? If not,
Oh man, actually, my newest knife is this knife here, the Super Freak.
Oh, you got
wait, is
that
that the-
freak.
Oh, I thought it was the readout for a second. That is the
Dude,
Freak.
I hate this delay because I'm watching you on my screen, but
Okay.
not on my phone. Do you think if I put it on my front-facing camera on my phone, it'll still
Yeah,
be good
you'll be able
quality?
to see it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me do that real quick.
Okay. Dude,
Wait,
thank you for the 2 bones. Yes, everyone is doing the mini thing now. It is just a popular thing. But you know what, though? Like these knives, even though I say that they're not worth the money that they're asking, they're still USA-made knives that are still decently built with decent materials. So they're still good knives, just not worth the price they're asking for. So to get it for free, that's awesome, you know. So shout out to Schrade for donating the knives. We do appreciate it. They are trying to step it up. They're trying to come back to the USA, and we need to applaud that, because what we don't want to do is condemn them for their, you know, them trying. And then what are they going to do? They're just going to go right back to overseas. We don't want that. We want them to try to stick, you know, obviously they're still going to do overseas stuff too, which is fine. But it's nice to know that they have people working in the US as well.
yeah, you can't hate on that. Really quick, Bama, I'm just curious. That Freak, you got it recently. What was the cost of it recently?
I actually didn't buy this. I
okay.
actually got this from Shane Gables. He
Oh,
yeah.
shout out to Shane.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was down at my house for the 4th of July. Him and Steve usually come down every year.
What do you know the price on it though?
I want to say they're like $250 ish.
$250? Okay.
Ish. Yeah,
I feel
somewhere
like
in
for
there.
that knife, that makes a little bit more sense.
No, it does. I completely agree. But
I dig it. I've been carrying it a ton, and he put a deep carry clip on here too.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
I don't know who that clip's from, but Shane actually, I traded him, man, I think it was maybe a Rex 45 or an S90V Native Chief. I think it was S90V Native Chief.
Okay.
Traded him that for a 20 CV Mannix 2. And then he came down to my house for 4th of July, and he was handling that Mannix 2, and I had sharpened it and tuned it up and oiled it, and it was in perfect shape, and he kind of fell back in love with it, and he wanted it really bad. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, dude, you can just take it with you. And he was like, all right, well, I've got something I'll send you in return. So he left my house, took that knife, and then that Super Freak showed up. And dude, I've been carrying this thing almost every day.
No, it's a badass knife. It is a badass
knife. I love this knife. It is fantastic. I love the red accents.
I know. It has a nice pop.
I'm not a huge red person, but a pop of it though is
it's like a maroon.
I think you missed some super chats.
So
really quick,
do you have any case knives? Somebody's asking.
Did you get that?
I don't have any case knives. I have in the past, but I haven't had any in a long time.
Did you get the Dukes of Hazzard one?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you have any case knives?
I do. I've got a couple actually. I've got a couple of case fixed blade knives, old school, like really
Okay.
Soft rubber. I've got a couple of the soft rubber, like hunter green handle case knives. I've got a case dagger that I got. It's like a double-edged dagger. And then I got a few of the old school little peanut folders just kind of stuck in a drawer.
Yeah.
I got a few, man. I really like them. I actually just sharpened a case knife for a friend of mine. It was given to him, and it was in really bad shape, even though it was brand new. I mean, one of the edges was rolled over. I mean, ridiculous from the factory. It was so bad. It was so bad. And so I sharpened it up for him, and it was one of the 3-bladed case knives. It was so beautiful. I actually posted a picture on Instagram. It was really nice. It looked great. They make some nice
it only has to be 51% to be considered USA made. There is 100% USA made. That's different than USA made. So yeah, you do want to read the fine print, but I think, you know, we'll take what we can get.
I just
USA made is still good in my book. 51%.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you have 20% USA made, that's better than not at all.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I hear people straight hating if they hear that it's not like 100%. Like now, if you're being lied to, that's different. Yes. But like if you're not being lied to, and like let's say it's 10%, right? It's like don't hate because they're trying to do something, because it would be cheaper for them to do 0%. So like you hear that a lot where it's like, well, that's like ridiculous. They're using all these other parts, but it's like, you do have to understand that like, somebody cannot run a business on negative profit, and depending on what they're making, what the things are, how much cash flow they put into the business initially, right? They might have not started out rich. In order to profit and survive, they may have to make some tough decisions, but if they're headed in the right direction, that's what I care about. Like, I would support that. You know,
it's like this Tecto company, right? Most of their stuff is, most of the parts are built overseas. They send them here. They have some locally sourced parts, and then they assemble them, put them together here. They're still considered USA made because, you know, over half the work is still being done here. But then, you know, I'm sure the aluminum body is all made overseas. You know, they can get the aluminum probably cheaper over there. And, you know, some of the springs, the screws, the mechanism.
Even being built in the USA, or like where they get the parts overseas, but they're building it here, even that's better than nothing, because some companies, it's just 100% make my product, put it together, send it here. If you're having people make it here, then that's also supporting U.S. jobs, which is like the point. So, I mean, the larger point would be manufacturing here, because that could give us economic, you know, autonomy, which would be a huge thing.
Also, they have the ability to run a good warranty and all that stuff too.
So you mean
stuff sent here and they're building them? That means they have a factory. They literally have a factory.
Like,
you know, they can do
I
stuff.
guess Kara was talking about the difference between made in America versus assembled in America.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, which again, I mean, as long as some of it's happening here, that's better than none. Of course, we like all USA made, sourced, built, you know, manufactured and assembled products. You know, that's what we want. But of course, there again, you get into the cost, you know, and it gets kind of crazy. I know, I'm sure I've talked to some small time makers that, you know, their prices on their knives, even if they're not the highest of crazy zirconium and Chad Nichols Damascus, they're still like $700. And you're like, dude, you know what, why is it so expensive? And they break it down for you, and then you get it. You understand why. Yeah. Especially if they're small and they're doing it all by hand, and they're, you know, maybe have one working there.
And then that's where the question bears. Is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to you to have somebody do it by hand? Or, and a lot of people say no. A lot of people say, you know what? I don't give a shit. If you can save me $400 to do it on a CNC, and the tolerances are going to be tighter, and the fit and finish is going to be better, give me that. But some people are like,
depend on that person's, because you have the budget of the maker, and then you have the budget of the consumer, which is also an issue, right? Because even if that $700 knife is the best thing that we could support, it doesn't make people able to support it. $700 on what I would consider to be a luxury item, right? A non-necessity, in terms of like, you could get a cheaper knife for a necessity knife versus one for more of a luxury situation. That is not in most average people's budget. It just isn't. And if it is, they really shouldn't be spending the money and can't actually afford it. And they're just making it happen.
Richard's wanting to know, what part of Alabama are you from? He said he's in the Auburn area.
Auburn area? Yeah, I can't be friends with that dude. I'm in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I actually, if I turned this camera around, you'll see that I've got the live stream and the chat and everything on one monitor on my desk, and the other one I have in a small box the Alabama game playing, because Alabama's playing LSU, and I've got it muted just so I can see, but it's not going so well right now, so I think I'm going to turn it off.
I remember when I went to Alabama, that was the first thing everybody asked me.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't ask me anything else. They didn't care about my name.
Who's your team?
Auburn or Alabama.
Alabama or Auburn.
When you go to like southern Oklahoma, right? Because I have a lot of family that borders northern Texas and southern Oklahoma. The huge thing there is Longhorns or OU is a very, very big matchup, and it is serious. Like, it is intensely serious. The OU versus Texas.
That's how it is. Dude, I missed my Spotty Chef, dude. I've bought 2 of them, and then somebody talks me out of them. If it's not something that I'm carrying a lot, and I post a picture of it or something, and somebody goes, "Oh man, I love that, please sell it to me," I end up selling it, and I miss it. Yeah. The only one that I haven't done that with, and I've been asked about it numerous times, is the Berg Blades, the Slim.
Hey, you don't sell that unless it's to me. You understand that is my grail.
I will not.
That is my grail. Okay, you ever get tired of it, you call me.
Well,
that is my grail.
Well, how about
the
Monday?
The only thing that's different is I like the micarta ones, but I would absolutely settle on
It
that.
kind of
Well,
reminds me of this.
Monday, I've got to go to the post office. So when I go to the post office, I'll shoot this one up there and you can mess around with it.
I don't think I've ever actually had the chance to hold my own grill. So
I know
that'd
it's
be great.
not the same, but it kind of reminds me of the sheep.
It does. Yep,
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to
it's a
try
very
a
similar
genuine
blade shape.
sheepdog. Has anyone in the chat or you, Bama, tried a real custom sheepdog knife before?
No, I haven't, but
Anytime
I've
I
seen
look
them.
them up, they're just sold out everywhere. But
We have a knife here. We're not going to give away here, but we're going to give away.
Mhm.
This is a sheepdog knife from Kaiser. You guys know it already very well, the Kaiser Deviant, but this is the tuxedo version. I
Nice.
absolutely love this knife. We have M3, is it 20C round? Yeah, M390 steel, black and gray micarta.
wait, is that the
black
one that
micarta.
smiles weird? Or no?
No.
The one that has the smile on it that Mike Emler was showing?
No.
It
that's
kind
the
of has
that's
that,
the
though.
PPY.
It low-key has that. Yeah.
Oh,
It does.
thumb stud action is amazing on these. These things are so badass. But yeah, we're gonna give one of these away to
Dude,
probably the
how
Patreon
does
members.
Vu, like, literally every time the word Kaiser comes up, Vu pops into our chat and is like,
He's
did someone
good.
say
He's
Kaiser?
on top of it.
It's like when Steve used to do the booth thing every time you heard his name. That's
Yeah, where
that's
the fuck is
crazy.
Steve at?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, those knives seriously are like my grail. My other grail, which I'm so sad about because unfortunately the guy that makes them passed away, and I don't know what they're doing with the company. I've heard a few things, but John Graham knives, I always wanted a custom stubby razor, and they're expensive. I think they run about, depending on the kind, like roughly $900. And yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the company now.
Dude, that thing's so wild. The other day when I was watching that video, I just got started on the video, and Jared was pulling that pin out and putting it in the bottom for the glass breaker. And I was like, damn, dude, I would feel so much safer if that pin actually screwed in to lock it. And then right after I said it out loud, you screwed it in to lock it. I was like, yeah, dude, that's way better.
Bama has nervous reactions to scary locking situations. He didn't like you stabbing that skull. He told me.
But that's why I talked about it though, because me and you've talked about that in the past. That when you stab into something, if you've ever had a knife fail on you and close on your fingers, it's like the scariest thing. And
dude,
you're
it sucks.
lucky if you don't lose your fingers.
I was actually sitting right here at my desk, and I was doing some work, and I saw the notification for the video pop up, and then you text me like shortly after, and you were like, hey, go check that video out. So I went and watched it, and I was watching you with the OTF, and I was like, oh, super cool. And then I'm laughing at Kara's semi-failure, which was funny also. And then right after, you're like, oh, now we're going to do it with a Yojimbo. And I'm like, no, dude. I started getting the sweats. I was like, please don't do
right.
Anybody stabbing anything with a folding knife for whatever reason, dude, even if it's the strongest lock in the world, it makes me so nervous because it's happened.
Tri-lock is the one you like. To me, I'm okay with because I know a tri-lock is super strong, but anytime you stab something into something, like I was saying in the video, you want to make sure you stab in a way to where the strength goes this way so that the pressure goes to the stop pin. Yes,
exactly. It's up.
Don't go straight down like this where it goes this way.
You could, with like in his situation with the CME, you could grab that with it being protruded.
So many different things. Yeah.
Well, so I was actually telling Kara about this after your video. I screwed up with this, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything about Justin's CME. It's an awesome design. Mine is just a little too tall, a little too proud. I think that's the word you're supposed to use in knives, right? Proud. So it's a little too proud. And so one day I was cutting, I think it was a big box, and the way I grabbed the knife, I just happened to land right on that bottom corner of it. And it was just enough to disengage it, and it closed up, and I snatched my hand out of the way just in case. I mean, just in time. And I got so lucky. It closed all the way. It would have cut me open pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I was saying that I never thought about that as being like a concern with it. I think that as long as they're just sand it down, below that threshold or something. Because it's a fantastic design. And I recommend people absolutely putting them on. It makes it so easy if you're left-handed to have a CME on a Spyderco. It truly.
I just posted.
Don't flip that out.
I just posted a video on it. Somebody's asking me what it is. Go watch my video. It's a katsu.
He's like, what in the ass is
It's
that?
look for the video where you see this pouch, and it's like 3 videos down. So you can go watch the video on it. I have a link down in the description of the video.
I think the name of the video was "You'll Never Guess What's in This Pouch,"
yeah.
and then I commented on that video and I said the inside of the pouch is in that pouch.
So, somebody tried to be smart and said, "I'm guessing it's a knife." Well, you'd be wrong.
It wasn't right. Yeah, not quite.
Dude, that's the one time on Neevesknives where you guess anything other than a knife. Like,
yeah.
Because obviously, if you're
obviously
if Jared's saying you're not going to guess it, it's not going to be a knife.
Do what? I'm telling everybody who hasn't seen that ballistic skull video, definitely go and see it. Thank you, Fiend, because I know some people have not seen it. Go watch that video. We put a lot of work into that video, and we want to try to get some more ballistics dummies on the channel and fuck them up.
If you
Did that come from?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Did that come from Ballistic Dummy Lab?
Yep.
That's what I figured. That's where I thought it came from.
I'm gonna try.
Those things are they're pretty good. They're pretty realistic. A lot of people do testing with ammo and guns on those, the Ballistic Dummy Lab, which I think if you got the full torso, dude, that would be an epic video. That would be awesome.
I'm trying to get it. I'm gonna try to contact them because it's expensive.
I did.
So we contacted them. We're gonna hopefully they respond. Maybe they'll donate some parts to us for us to test. Maybe not. We did have a company recently contact us about bulletproof vests. I was gonna have them send them to us, and I was just gonna send them to you, and then you send me videos.
Hey Jay, Jared.
Yeah.
Look, we can test them.
Yeah. A full ballistic torso would cost the same as trafficking area. Dude, it's so expensive for the full thing. Like the full thing's like $6,000 or something.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. But we might be able to get like the torso or maybe just like the shoulders up. We'll see.
If you can get the Ballistics Dummy Lab torso, you let me know ahead of time and I will try to fly to Chicago and stab it with you. How about that?
There you go.
That would be cool. That'd be
I don't think they'll give us the full thing, but I might be able to get it because I think it's like $600 for the torso up.
Maybe they would if we could somehow, like, if we could take the torso and film enough content in one day, but split it into like 2 or 3 videos so that the money that they would spend on providing it would go further in terms of advertising it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Not a bad idea.
Well, what we could do is we could break it up into shorts. So we could do a full video. We do a full video. Then we could break up shorts for TikTok. I don't know about TikTok, but for YouTube shorts, Instagram, we can break it up and then make little parts, multiple videos of each. So that would mean like you get like tons of shorts and one full video.
If you guys are true original Neevesknives fans, you will remember that we once upon a time did a live stream where we took a Tupperware and we made our own ballistics gel.
Yeah.
And then we wrapped a shirt around it to make it seem more like the human, and we chopped it up indoors on a live stream, and that was an epic stream.
Yeah, we were testing the civilian on it, the Spyderco civilian, self-defense knife.
Yeah, that was
Maybe
great.
We'll give away this knife tonight.
So John Doe, and Bear Arms. Yes, that was a SIG P365X. It has a Hollow Sun 407K red dot on it.
Hey, do you still use that little holster thingy you got at Blade Show?
I actually have it on right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was cool.
Yeah,
it was like way more comfortable too.
Yeah, the metal clips that clip on there. I don't know if you can see that.
Those were really good on knife sheets too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. I used some other ones on. You remember the fixed blade knife that I got from Ted?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I put some of those clips on that Kydex that came in as well.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, I've got it hooked to my. I guess it's kind of like my go bag. I guess you'd call it. It's in my truck. I keep AR bags and different stuff in there. Yes.
Yeah, the Ulti clips, right?
Yeah, Ulti clips. Yeah, they're fantastic. I really like them.
Yeah,
I can't wait till next year, man. When we go back to Atlanta, that's in the
I'll legit reserve the house 7 days after we get back.
Yeah, and look, just please, I'm staying there, so please tell me it's not in the hood this time.
It's not. We got a good night. It's not.
We're in the suburbs this time.
We're
All
not
right,
in a college town.
Not in a college town. So
But
for
then
all the
again,
people
it's
that
like, so what? The suburbs, that doesn't mean anything. There's some hood ass
Yeah.
suburbs.
So-
I mean, it's Atlanta. It's where it is, but it's
For-
not that same
It's in a
area.
good area, supposedly.
for all the people watching that don't know,
Yeah.
so we went to Blade Show this past year, and Steve, I don't know if Super Steel Steve, I'm sure most of you guys know who that is, and then Shane Gables, which he just changed his name. What is it now?
American or
Edgy
something like
American.
what?
Edgy American.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know about that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So him and Steve stayed with me. I booked an Airbnb, and then Jared and Kara and a cue ball and a bunch of people from the community got a place with them.
Yeah.
And me and Steve and Shane show up at our place, and the whole hallway smells like the most danky weed I've ever smelled in my life. It was just, I mean, smoke filled. And we go in, and there's no furniture, no pictures on the walls. There's like a red leather porno couch. It looks like a casting couch. That's the only thing in there. And then we go in the bedrooms, and there's like this like cheap paper snap together nightstand, and then like the jankiest bed. It was terrible. And it was in the ghetto. So we're like, dude, it can't get worse. Well, then you guys,
Yeah, then you get the hard place.
we go, Jared and Kara in my truck, and we're headed to go take them back to their place. And Jared's like, oh, turn here. And I'm like, dude, we're getting in the bad area.
Sketchy.
Dude, it's like a ghost town through there. Like there's no one walking on the
Seems
street.
like
I'm
we're in
dude,
the hood.
dude, yeah, it's
Okay,
in the
college
hood.
town.
It's a college town.
It's a college town.
What does that mean? It's a
It
broke
was
down
a college town, though. It was.
That's how they sell you on a Airbnb
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God.
Oh, something I wanted to bring up
Ass.
right before.
Airbnb trap house.
Yes. Right before I came on live, I was listening to you talk about the fact that you wanted to tell a story about a fight in this big house. So real quick, I got a very quick story.
Yeah,
Kara, I think
please.
you know about this story about Blade Show when it was me and Jared and Shane and Steve in my truck.
Yes.
And this is just a little testament. It kind of tells me two things. It tells me the kind of friend Jared is, and then it tells me about his background and how quick this dude is to strike. He's like the coolest, happiest dude in the world. We're joking, we're laughing in the truck, everything's great. We're dropping Steve off at his car, and Steve gets out and walks away, and some dude's yelling to Steve, and and Steve yells back to the dude, and then Jared's kind of like looking around like, what is that? And then Shane goes, oh, some dude's talking shit to Steve. Before I even got my truck stopped, we're still rolling. He was like, one motion, click, seatbelt off, door open. Jared is like halfway out of my truck. The truck's not even stopped. And then I'm like, no. It's like some dude talking to him. He doesn't mean talking shit. And then Jared just like so cool, he reaches up and grabs his seatbelt and clicks it back, and he goes, good.
I thought he was getting jumped. I thought he was getting jumped because it was, if you remember, it was under
a parking garage.
a parking garage. Yeah. So like you seen the guys roll in, and then you really couldn't see, but you could hear, and it was like I thought he was getting jumped. I know, he.
Well, it's if a random person comes up and just starts talking to, like, you're gonna think it's some shit, just cause.
It was
That shit goes down so fast sometimes. So it's like,
I'm gonna say though, when I heard that story, not one iota of me was surprised in the least at all. Like that's honestly one of the best things, like coming from a female perspective, especially if you're looking for like a partner or whatever, is that level of like ride or die protection. You know what I mean? Because I can't fight off a dude, right? Not by myself or without, firearm or something. But yeah, no, he's always been like that. Like for anyone that he cares about.
Which, by the way, me and Jared and Kara had some extensive firearms training for Kara in my truck.
Yeah, that was
yes.
Papa Towns with the 10 bones. That's my boy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the 10 bones, man. Thank you so much.
I need more though. I need more training.
It was shocking, like to the how quick, and they say when shit pops off, some men run away and some men stay, and Jared's the stay guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't even get the truck stopped yet. And he's like about to bail. It was so fast.
Duck and roll.
Yeah.
It was so quick. That was good shit. I liked it.
Pocket dump.
Heck
Shoots
yeah,
and
Jared. All y'all's pocket dump. Mine today.
Kwacha!
I'm actually carrying
ready.
the new Escort. I put that in my pocket. So it's you guys just seen the video on it. It is badass. This is a really good knife. I do think it's a little bit overpriced, but I still think it's badass.
Mine was mine was the Berg Blade Slim. I was carrying it today. And then of course the 365X.
You've had that Slim for a while now.
With the 15 round mag I got from Sig.
I've had that Slim.
Yeah, I've had this Slim for probably like 4 years or maybe
I remember
more.
you getting that thing. I had a mental breakdown.
You know what? I actually think I won it in a raffle.
You did. You won it in one of I think it was Long Island Knife Guys raffles.
It may be. Yeah. Well, there was a time
because I was in the raffle too.
There was a time where I was hitting every single raffle I entered for like a whole year.
Yeah,
it was I could not lose. Even Steve, who doesn't do raffles, hit me up and like Venmo'd me money and got me to enter raffles for him because I was winning every one I entered, and then it just quit. I have not won a single giveaway or raffle in like 3 years. Like
I know.
I had to just quit doing it. Kelly was like, "You got to stop entering them. Like you're spending too much damn money. You're not winning nothing."
You already hit your peak, and you can't
just buy the knife at this point.
I know, dude. I could have bought 9 nice knives.
That's right. Well, I mean, some people are super lucky with them, and some people, man, it's like they can't miss. And then other people, they can't fucking win. I know there is a thing where it's like it's your time, right? You got to play some, and then you'll win. In some cases, you'll wind up getting all your money back just by winning one time. But, other times you'll wind up spending so much that you might as well just bought one of those knives.
Longer.
What is that knife?
This is the Mini Malice, Fair and Forge design.
Oh, yeah.
I like carrying
button lock.
We have a blue one too, but this is like the bronze.
No, we gave that away. We gave
what?
Yeah.
When?
It's all black. All black.
No, where's the blue one?
We don't have a blue one.
With the Coolix or whatever.
Oh, that's the Coolix.
Yeah, it looks just like it. Okay, okay.
We also have the
miscommunication.
Malice. We have the big Malice.
And then again, the QSP Canary. I love this. I highly recommend Bama. I don't know if you were watching when I showed it before, but this is the one knife where I like the holes because being a neck knife, the weight doesn't tug down on the chain, and the size is very concealable, but you get a lot of blade out of this knife, just like the way that it's done. And they did a really nice little choil, not a finger one, but good for sharpening. You get all the blade, no thumb studs or stupid bullshit in the way for cutting. Like I really think this is a must-have neck knife.
Good knife to pick for today, Demon. I want to show you this knife. This is a Italian made. It's called the Giant Mouse. Damn it, now I can't even think of the name of it. Jutland. The Giant Mouse Jutland. It's Elmax steel, micarta, stupid good action. I mean, it is so good. I can't express that enough. Clip point blade, obviously. I'm really liking this one. Now, another one
it's gonna break.
that I recently got this. I'll be putting it in a video soon. I don't know if have you ever seen one of these?
I think I may have. Is that the
EDC 5.5?
Yeah, the 5.5. Yeah. That's Javon. John Evans, he's got one of those. I still haven't handled one of those. Apparently, they're extremely
I feel like it's the better Ace Biblio.
Makes this isn't Giant Mouse though. So
I'm just saying, to me, it's that I'm comparing. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying like it's the better. Yeah, it's a very clear Vox design. Yeah. So that's why I think it's comparable.
They do such a good job with it though. It's one of the better EDC's knives.
I think we've talked about it on your channel before, but I have a knife that was kind of a copy of a Vox design that I got from Burn Dog years ago. And that's this the Factor equipment.
I remember, did you send that to us or did you? I remember you talking about it when I was in my phase of painting the Biblio.
Yeah, I think I did send it to you. And I can't find my camera, but this is the one that I had Bama Knife Guy engraved on the spine and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
I remember that because
pretty
I was
cool
in my phase of hating on the Biblio, and I think you sent it or you just showed it to us or something, and we're like, this is better.
Yeah, I feel like I did send it because you sent me your Ace Biblio
Yeah, I
with a
thought
couple
we
of
did
other
like
knives. Yeah. But yeah.
because
I
that
like
thing
this
was
a
smooth as
lot.
all hell. Like it was nothing like the Biblio, but damn near identical in terms of ergonomics.
We have quite a few slip joints. You have any slip joints?
I have one Michael May custom that I got from Patty.
Shit.
I got from Patty like years ago. And
Yeah.
I may have it here. Let me see if I have it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. I do have it. Yeah, I do have it.
Oh, that's pretty.
Damn, that's bad.
And it's got some really cool scroll work on the back on the lock bar and the spine.
Is it like a butter knife blade, like that shape that looks like a
Yeah.
butter knife? Yeah, I like
And
that.
I sharpened it, and it's crazy.
I can
crazy
tell.
sharp.
I can literally see from here that that's not the factory.
Dukes
edge.
of Hazzard with the 2 bones. Thank you, brother.
No, yeah,
Powerball, 1.6
it's crazy sharp.
high budget upgrade. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
for real?
the spring on it is so tight. It has a half stop, but it's kind of a mushy half stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
it
my
is.
only complaint. I mean, and I guess you would say, I'm not a slip joint guy, so I don't know.
I'm not either, but I'll
do
tell you
really
what
like
though.
that vampire jack though,
Well, I was just
and
gonna
all
say,
Jack Wolf slip joints.
I was just about to say, I'm not a huge slip joint guy either, but the Jack Wolf knives are on point.
They're really good.
They are so good.
There's a new one coming up that I
can't-
love.
For slip joints, you can't
love
beat
it.
them. Like
What's
maybe
his name? It's,
Peña's close, but I don't know.
Benjamin, what's his last name?
I don't know.
Oh,
I know that's his first name. Isn't it?
It's Jack Wolf
Wolf?
that's his grandpa,
Okay.
and then it's Benjamin
It's
Wolf.
on,
What if he's Benjamin Wolf?
I don't know.
I got it right here.
It's on the
sorry.
email.
Either way, like
Belkin.
yeah, that dude is super cool. We hung out with him at Blade Show. Me and him and Justin OCD for EDC. We went and ate breakfast, and I think I told you that funny story about Justin got hung out to dry on paying for breakfast. So we met up with Ben. I stayed over with Justin the first night at Blade Show, OCD for EDC. Stayed at his hotel because my Airbnb wasn't until the next day. So we meet up with Benjamin, and we're all going to go get breakfast. And Benjamin's like, hey, guys, we'll go wherever you want. Breakfast is on me. So Benjamin goes up first and orders. We go to this really nice place, got coffee, good breakfast, but it's a little bit pricey. And Benjamin goes up first and orders. And he orders, and then he just kind of walks away to go get his drink. And then Benjamin's buddy orders, and then I order, and then Justin orders, and Justin's last. And he's kind of just like standing there, like looking around, like, where's Benjamin? He just got hung out with the bill. It was the funniest thing. And Justin, because he's such a cool dude, he said not a word about it. He didn't even mention it.
I'm sure he did. He would have, dude would have turned around and been like, yeah, no, I got it. It was just like one of those.
I tell you what was even funnier. Like I talked to Benjamin probably like 4 or 5 months.
That's not
after
true. I did say boink.
I talked to Benjamin like 4 or 5 months after Blade Show, and he still didn't know about it until I said it. So Justin never even mentioned it because he's that good of a dude. He didn't even say a word, man. He's just like, let it go. And I told Benjamin because it was so funny. Like it was hilarious to me because I could see it happen. And Benjamin was oblivious to it. It was so funny.
Oh my God.
Self-absorbed pineapple?
What the fuck?
That's the name I get called?
I like it.
I know. I'm going to use that one.
I like it.
Custom EDC, thank you for the 2 bones. Hey, Jared, Karen, Lee, how's everything going?
Hey, I've been missing some of the chats because I usually have my backward camera on and I'm watching everything with a delay over here.
No, go ahead. Yeah,
so I'm missing the chat, but a minute ago, Ian Coates asked what caliber this pistol is. It is a 9mm. It's a 6 Hour P365X in 9mm. Comes with 12-round magazines, but right now when you buy the 365X, they give you like a redemption code. You can order another magazine and some ammo on their website, and I got the 15-rounder, so it's 15 plus 1 9mm.
No, AZ, I don't think he has a brick and mortar store right now. He's
asking if Benjamin has.
I know. Yeah, Benjamin.
Oh, I didn't realize you brought it up on that.
Yeah. So he doesn't have a brick and mortar store, at least that I know of, but he does have a website that you can go to, and also all the knife dealers carry his knives. The new one that's going to be coming soon, it was a surprise one. I have it right now, so that video will be coming soon, and it's really special. It's a badass one, and that one wasn't. It's just a surprise one, so nobody even knew this one was coming.
Stacy, Stacy, hello. I didn't say hey to Stacy. Sorry.
Yeah,
So,
that's funny.
and then John Doe, Kel
Yep.
Knives is a company. I actually met them for the
T-Cal.
TKL. Yeah, I met them for the
T-Cal,
first time at Blade Show. I think Jared, didn't you meet them too?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
we met.
Awesome people.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I got one of their knives too.
I literally was like, I like your shirts, and she was like, take some.
Let me grab
I
one.
was
Let me
like,
grab. I'll grab the knife. I'll
really?
grab the knife. Go
because
ahead.
I'm out here trying to collect merch more than the knives because I
Yeah.
like
Yeah, of
merch.
course, just collect
I did.
Well,
I collected hella merch.
Well, you're the reason that I even got this shirt because I didn't even pay attention to the fact that they were giving T-shirts away.
Yeah.
And then I hear you over there. You're like, oh yeah. They're like, here, take more. Take me. And you're like, hey, free shirts. I was like, hell yeah. So I went and got me one and got Kelly one. And I call Kelly, my wife, I call her Kel.
Yeah.
And so it kind of worked out.
That's so funny. That's so funny. But no, their stuff is really cool, and they, like you just mentioned, are some of the coolest in the business. Like they're just really awesome people.
Yeah.
You know, trying to do a
Double-edged.
good thing. Yeah, I like that. And they have some really cool they were like sheep's foot kind of shaped blades as well. And then didn't they have some kind of weird edgeless sort of thing going on too, like a weird edgeless knife?
Yeah, well, they had a trainer. They had
Yeah,
the
like
trainers because this is a self-defense knife. Obviously, you can use it for an EDC knife too. Really comfortable. They have the ones with the rings and without. So this one does have the ring, but you can get the same one without the ring. But it's got a little bit of a basher back there, double edged. You got an edge here on the forward part of the edge, and it's a flat grind. Really badass, really good quality. My Micarta, the sheath is really good quality as well. Yeah, definitely check them out. USA made, and they have a lot of other like really good EDC / self-defense knives.
Yeah, I didn't know that knife was double edged. I didn't know that. I thought it was
It's
just
like
a
not
split.
full. It just goes
Yeah.
like halfway.
Yeah, it's just from
So
here.
you can still technically
forward.
put your finger on the top.
Yeah, you can go like this.
I would be a little nervous to do that depending on the maneuver you were doing, just
Yeah.
to like slipping forward without jimping. I wouldn't do it, but you could.
But because of that, man, this thing's got some really good penetrating qualities.
Well, it's no worse than stabbing a skull with a Yojimbo. So
right. Right.
One more thing in the chat, man, I lost it. The guy's name is Kyle Knoll.
Coonley.
Coonley?
Coonley,
Okay,
yeah.
close enough. He said he's a huge pew pew nerd and we should chat. Hit me up on Instagram, dude. I am too.
Kyle's very
got-
cool, Bama. Kyle is our friend, so
Yeah,
he'll
that was
talk
awesome.
to Kyle.
Yeah, me and you will get along good, dude. I've got an arsenal, so you need to come
Yeah,
down and
when I
go.
got into your truck, I just was looking around and I was like, okay, I can grab here.
We're in Atlanta. I had like 6 handguns and a couple ARs in my truck, and so
And you guys were like, if we have to get into a fight, you will participate, right? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it.
yes.
Let's do it.
You're in or you're out. You're in or you're out.
Yeah.
Seems logical. He says, is the Yojimbo more of a slashing knife? I would say it's both, because the thing is like, just like when I went into that skull, it opened up a big wound. Like, so
Yeah.
granted, it didn't go all the way down to here, but it went to here. And
That's all you need.
in the other body parts, it's going all the way in, and it's opening up a big gaping gap. So like just getting just that's a lot of damage, especially if you're twisting at the same time. But then you also can slash. So it's going to have the best of both worlds. And it's a thin hollow grind.
Yeah.
So slashing, you're going to do a lot of damage. Cutting and penetrating, because the spine is so thick, you're opening up a big wound. The sucker's going to bleed for sure.
Okay, so I said it right, Kyle. Coonley.
then-
That's how I've always said it in my
Bob
head.
Smith's asking you a question.
Yeah, I see. Oh, me. I see John Doe's question. This is a Citizen. Hard to get it around there. This is just an all blacked out Citizen watch. I took the band off of it. I take the band off of most of my watches and replace them with these NATO straps.
Mhm.
I like the NATO straps. I can cut them to size and all, and wear them different ways. But I'm a big watch nerd too.
What
I've
kind
got
of wallet do you got?
do what?
Wallet.
Oh, what kind of wallet? It's a Mountain Khakis. I wear.
George Costanza wallet.
Yeah, I just use a little tiny, just a little front pocket
That's
Mountain
what I like.
Khakis wallet.
What brand is that?
What is that?
It's Mountain Khakis.
Okay. I like the look of that.
Okay.
Yeah, and,
It looks
and
good.
it's got the little push-up thing in the bottom. But yeah, it's just simple. You can't really keep much money in there. And I don't know if you can see, there's a penny on the edge. That penny's been in there for like 2 years, and I just leave it there. I don't even know why. I literally have no idea why. It's not a lucky penny, but
I like this thing on mine. Mine, it's got here, it's got a little sleeve.
This is the Pilot by Andar. Before people ask,
You can. It's got a little trigger right there, so you just go bam, and it
Bam!
pops all your cards up in a row, and they're all like layered, so you can go through each one. So like when it does it, they all don't come up at the same time. They come up in order, like you know, so it's real easy to get to each one.
that.
And there's an extra slot on the side for just
and in the front. It's thin though.
It's
thin,
not
compact.
thick.
I really like this one. This has been my daily.
Andar is a great brand for leather. They sent me a entire purse, like a $200 purse, and it's beautiful, man. Their stuff is good. Their stuff is worth the money for sure.
Kyle Coonley just said, "Bam, I'm a watch nerd too." Did we just become best friends? Like from
Step Brothers?
Step Brothers, dude. I love
we
that.
get more Step Brothers quotes in this damn chat because every time Jared does scent of the day, it's constant. Oh no, wait! I just mixed Anchorman and Step Brothers because it's both
close enough. Close enough. What was the name of that cologne? Isn't it like Panther or something? Sex Panther.
Yeah.
What fragrance are you wearing right now?
I'm actually wearing, what's that cologne I was telling you about that you like that I like? Yeah, Savage. Savage. I'm wearing that tonight.
That's a classic. That's a really good one.
I love it. I'm between that and Acqua di Gio, the old school Acqua di Gio. I've been wearing that again. Yeah. So I got a quick confession to make.
Okay.
I don't think I've told you about this yet, but I did tell Steve about it and Shane. This, of course, you know what that is, right?
Yep. Bugout.
All right. So check this out, just to let you know how good rip-off manufacturing has got. This is an authentic Benchmade S30V blade out of a Benchmade Bugout. Okay. This is a handle that I ordered, and it came full knife. And I may even have, I don't think I have the blade here. I think I took it home. But this is the handle off of an $8 Wish Benchmade Bugout.
What?
Yeah, so I'll tell you the story. So do you remember when Brian from Transparent Knives hooked me up with a really sick MagnaCut blade for my friend who's a cop here in town?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
So he hooked him up, and then Brian sent the old blade back, and it's just been sitting in my desk drawer for like a year, and I didn't know what to do with it, so it's just been sitting there. And I got to thinking one day, I was like, dude, I wonder if I hit up Benchmade, will they help me out? So I hit them up, I emailed them back and forth. And I even came up with all sorts of outlandish stories about how I lost my scales, and no, they wouldn't help.
It flew out the window.
Dude, they wouldn't help at all. Like they were like, sorry, can't do it. So I'm like, damn, what am I going to do? So I started researching online to see if I could find parts for the Bugout. And you can find certain things like Omega Springs, but you can't find the liners, the actual axle block, the scales, the hardware, everything. It would, you just can't do it. So I can't remember where I saw an ad or something, one of those stupid Wish ads, and it had a like one of the brown Benchmade Bugouts on there. And I was like, dude, that looks so close. So I started doing some research, looking at the pictures. They had a few pictures of it taken apart, and I was like, that looks so damn close. Dude, they got it so unbelievably spot on. There's no lock rock in it. And so I ordered the Bugout. I took the old blade out, tossed it, put the real Benchmade Bugout. The lockup is exactly like it's supposed to be. The only difference,
they probably have the actual
thing. The only difference is when you close it, it sinks a little further into the scale than it should.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell it does.
Yeah.
It sits a little too far in there, but I didn't want that blade to go to waste, so I ordered it. And so now technically, I'm carrying a clone.
Sort of. You're carrying like a mutt. I don't know what you're
it's a mutt.
Frankenstein. That's what
I almost can't really hate on that situation if Benchmade themselves wouldn't help you though. I mean,
they wouldn't.
What are you supposed to do?
And I mean, it's plastic scales. Like you're just trying to get the liners and everything.
At this point now, you should get some aftermarket Bugout scales. And then use the liners.
You have the liners. Yeah. If you want to get out of the FRN, because
sounds like it'll work.
I recommend. Is that the LUDT?
Yeah, the one that I broke.
It's not automatic anymore.
It's a gravity knife.
I love that. Yeah, he had that at Blade
awesome.
Show.
Gravity knife.
I was carrying the Winter Factor blade, and then he's just over here flipping his broken thing.
It's like a button lock Elementum now. That's what it's like.
It works though, and everyone was asking him like, dude, where'd you get like a manual LUDT?
Yeah,
that's badass.
I haven't really gotten a lot of new stuff, but talking about Dirk Pinkerton, yesterday actually I carried a design by Dirk. This is one of my
That's
very
a Dirk Pinkerton.
yeah,
Oh
it
my
is
God.
it's a Kaiser Nomad. Yeah, the Kaiser Nomad, and I still love this knife. I carry it a lot.
I knew that was Dirk Pinkerton. I
Yeah.
really didn't. It's funny because he's one of my favorite designers, but I like his classic utility blade shape that he does on a lot of stuff. Like one of my favorite knives of all time is the Kaiser Rogue, Kaiser Fire Ant. Rogue we sold, which still kind of makes me sad, but I replaced it with the Fire Ant, which is a more appropriate size knife for me anyway. But yeah, that just is so opposite of a design compared to his typical that I didn't even know it was him.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
the
more of like a Persian. What is that?
The Wii Subjugator. It's badass. 20 CV, full titanium frame lock, titanium hardware, super snappy, full size knife, T8 hardware all the way around. Really, really good knife. Solid.
Is that a Pinkerton design?
No, but
just randomly off subject.
I think
Is
it's
that a Pinkerton?
I think it's an in-house.
Just something else.
We're talking about Dirk Pinkerton, and Jared's like, wait,
Here's this. Wait, I haven't talked about it in a while.
Look at this though. Jared, look at this though. I want you to look at this.
Look at it. It's like, Mom, watch this.
Mom,
watch this. Did you see?
Dukes of Hazzard with the 2 bones, FRN and Grivery. Not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I'd rather. That's why I said get aftermarket scales. Now that's sweet.
That's the one I love. I talked to Tim Reeve recently, and he's going to get me I'm going to get him to do a Magna Cut reblade because I've sharpened so much of the blade away. I've taken. I mean, dude, I couldn't even tell you how much blade. He had an Umnum's there at Blade Show, and we put them side by side. Oh, dude, I've sharpened so much because I carry this thing so much, and I
have a few knives the same way. Like when you put them next to each other, it's like, damn, I didn't realize how narrow my blade is now.
Yep. Well, I like to for whatever reason, this knife sharpening it feels good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I did the same thing like the Elementum, the button lock Elementum.
Yeah.
That is a knife that's very comfortable to sharpen. It's easy, and I recommend people to learn on knives just like that because it's thin and it has the ergos, like the straight backness, where just like that, where it lines really good on the stone. You know what I want to do is I want to get a hold of Tim Reeve, which I don't know if he would or not. I've never spoken with him or anything, but I thought about probably trying to reach out to him, maybe doing a Zoom call with him if he would be even willing to do it, and talk to him about his new Magna Cut knives, and possibly, if he'd be up for it, sending one of his Magna Cuts that are going to be coming out at like 63 HRC and letting Neeves Knives test it on the channel.
Oh, dude, I'm sure he will, man. He's a super, super cool dude.
I know he is. I know that's a big thing. It's, it's a lot of money out of their pockets, and it would be a donation from them in order, and they would have to give me the free for all to say whatever I want. So,
okay.
Did you met him at Blade Show, right? When he was
briefly, yeah.
He's super, dude. He is super down to earth, man. He's the kind of dude that he wants his shit to perform.
Yeah, you can tell.
He was telling us stories about he's got this workbench where it's his dad, when he was running the shop, used to stab into the table with new blades that have been heat treated and try to break the tip off of them. And there's just 1,000 holes in this desk. And now Tim does the same thing in the same spot. He'll heat treat a new blade or something, or do something a little different, and he'll cram it into the table and try to break the tip off of it to see if it breaks. Like that's the kind of dude he is. He wants to know that his shit works, and they don't and from my experience, and I've got a lot of experience with Chris Reeve knives. I probably own 25 of their knives.
Damn, that many?
Yeah, dude, I've had tons of 21s and 25s, small Sabenzas, large Incosis, Umnum's. I've had a lot of experience with them, and I have not had one of bad quality yet. The heat treat on them all has been great. Edge retention's been good. I got nothing bad to say about their stuff. Right. Every one of their knives that I've owned has been the utmost quality. I mean, they're fantastic.
John Doe's calling you out.
What's he saying?
He says, "Are you at work? Because it damn sure looks like you're at work."
Technically, I'm at my office, but at night, no one's here. And it's because I live about 5 minutes away from here. And but I don't have Wi-Fi at home. I live in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is technically a big city, but we live just outside of it. And when Kelly and I built our house there, we didn't know that there was no internet options.
Oh shit.
So we have no options for internet there. And the people that had leased the land to AT&T that had the cell phone tower, they lost the land lease like a year ago. So they had to disassemble and move this tower. So now I have one bar of cell phone service and no internet at home. And but I'm at my office, which is 5 minutes away, which has amazing Wi-Fi. So I just came down.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, being able to cut yourself off from the world is probably nice, but then
Not
just
bad.
that thought of needing it right now, that sucks.
Yeah,
it is. We are at a time, like, it's not like the past. Like in the past, you could say, like, back in the day, we didn't need it. We didn't need it because we used phones, walking, like you went to go locate somebody, or you used a phone or a pager or whatever. Now we don't have that stuff. Nobody has a house line, right? So it's like everything is on social media and everything. So it is a lot more difficult to live in today, unless if you're getting off, like, if you're, going to try to be hidden from society, you kind of need to use social media.
So do you have the option to have, like, I know you said your cell phone service is bad, so that means like even your like 4G or 3G internet or whatever, like on your phone, is shitty too?
No, it'll work. I can watch YouTube and stuff most of the time.
That's cool.
If I'm watching a video, it does pretty good. If I'm watching a live stream, it buffers a lot and does a lot of stupid shit. If I go out on my back porch, there, I can get decent service, but we live in the woods. You guys have seen pictures from my house and stuff.
I know. I was gonna say the lizard from the other night was so cute.
Yeah. But so if I go sit on my back porch, like if I need to do some work or whatever, I can even tether to the hotspot on my phone and get stuff done. It's just, it kind of sucks. And I could definitely not stream this live with me trying to, dissipate. Right. It just would never work. It would probably be streaming in 1P or whatever you call it.
Just 1P.
Yeah, 1P.
One single P.
Dukes of Hazzard with the 2 bones, $650 for a hinder. What do you guys buy?
Oh, real quick, before you answer that, talking about how you said nobody uses landlines anymore. When I was watching Shane Gable's live stream earlier, I don't know why or who it was, but someone commented in the live chat, Shane looks like the kind of guy that still has a landline. I don't know.
Is so legit. Oh my goodness, that is like, it's a halfway burn, but it's so real. It's so true.
It's like, you're like, what does that even mean? Like,
wait, but does he?
Do what?
Does he have one?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
We need to ask him.
It was super funny though. I don't think he saw it.
The skinny XM18 sheep's foot. That's my favorite.
I like the
skinny. If you can get the non-flipper
or the what's the one? The half track. But it's got a different
half track
variant though with the blade. What's it called?
Half track.
Kyle says that was him. Kyle says that was him that did that. That's great.
That's hilarious. The other one I would go with is the non-flipper version. If you can get a non-flipper XM18, those are fucking sweet. But I love the skinny sheep's foot.
Dude, Kyle is the literal king of like burns that don't make sense, but they make exact sense.
Oh, dude, it was perfect.
He does them all the time to like, he'll like link channels in our chat, so he's like technically shouting them out, which is cool, but then like he's like, what's the one he always said, if you want to watch a grown man mispronounce words, go follow Shane Gables or whatever. And then he's done like, what's the other ones he's done? He did one on Tri-State. I can't remember. I don't know, he's really good at those. He's good at those for sure.
Dude, I still to this day can't even imagine. It was so disappointing when I found out that wasn't Cole's voice.
Yeah, you were hurt. I remember you telling me.
Because the first time I ever watched one of his videos, I was like, dude, this dude's voice is so cool. I even showed it to Kelly, and she was like, his voice does not match his body. Like, it just doesn't. And I was like, I think it does.
Yeah.
So in my head, because I'd never seen him like standing up. In my head, because of his voice, I thought, oh, this dude, he's a slim dude, but he's probably 6'5".
Right.
Because, with the deep voice and all. And then one day someone told me it wasn't his real voice, and I called him out. I think it was Shane. I was like, no, bullshit, dude. That's not true. I didn't want to believe it. It was like somebody was telling
You were
me
in
Santa
denial for
Claus-
like 3 months.
Right.
He was
it's
still
like
in denial at Blade Show.
Yeah, it was somebody was telling
Not
me
gonna
Santa
believe it
Claus
till I
wasn't
hear it in
real.
real
I was like, come on, dude, no way. I didn't want to believe it.
Dude, I didn't find out until I did a live with him. I asked him to come on a live with me. He came on the live, and that's where I found out. And I was like, what? Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like, you're gonna break this to me now? I was literally just about to compliment you on
Well,
your
he's
voice.
never lied about it. But
No,
if you
no.
didn't catch the moment in
When
which
he
he
said-
said it,
when he
Right.
then
admitted
you're
it.
like, wait, what? Yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
me. That's this guy. I had no
Yeah,
clue.
I didn't know either.
And I
so.
love. I mean, he did the voice he chose, the tone and the pitch and all the. It was
It actually
perfect.
sort of sounds like your voice.
That's what I've been
when you-
told. I've had
Yeah,
people tell me
it
that.
does. It almost. I thought
It's a
that he was.
radio voice.
I thought he was from
Yeah.
the South or had lived in the South and maybe left, but still
Yeah.
had something left there.
Yeah.
When he does that voice,
He's got that
it
girl
almost
in the
there's a
bottom.
little drawl going on there. You
Almost.
know,
I
It's like
liked it.
when
It
I was
was
doing my
definitely
kukri bath video and I randomly turned Southern halfway through it for no reason.
Clinton's like, that's not his real voice.
good. Just for no reason. You just
Yeah,
your
I do
inner
that all the time.
your inner politician came out.
Yeah, well, a
Yeah.
lot of my family's from the South, so like I just randomly channel it every
Have
once
you
in a
ever
while.
seen that like just horribly cringy video of Hillary Clinton trying to
Yes!
do?
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh,
It
dude,
makes
it's
me want to like I just want to sink into the floor and not
Oh,
exist.
dude.
Sometimes
She
videos,
starts
like,
it
really
off.
make you embarrassed for the person.
Yeah.
She starts it off with I don't feel no ways tired. And you're like, what are you doing?
Right.
It's a little insulting too because she was like saying words like intentionally out of order. It's
But
like what?
You watch Kamala,
Oh,
dude.
God.
I think Kamala, when she talks to people, she literally talks to people like she's talking to 3-year-olds. Like she talks to
Oh,
people like
yeah.
children. But I
Yeah.
also think that that's where how her brain works. But you can watch her, depending on the person she's talking to, she talks like dumbed down. It's so insulting to the people that she's
Yeah.
talking to.
Tree
Yeah, no,
step
there was
forward.
actually a video though where they took all the accents Hillary Clinton has ever done.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It's not just the Southern one. She
Yeah.
did like a Jersey one and
Yeah,
a Southern
yeah.
one. Basically, whatever constituent she was speaking to,
Right.
it was mimicked. And I think some of it was like intentional, but like not intentional, where she was just kind of like letting it come out. So it came out really weird.
Yeah.
And then I think some of them were like hardcore intentional. Like
She's
the
trying to
Southern one.
relate with the people so they fucking donate to her cause.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's what it comes
Yeah.
down to is she's patronizing. There's another video. One time she's sitting with a couple of black guys at a table.
The
Have you
hot
seen
sauce
that
one.
Yeah, and they asked her what is something that you keep on you all the time, and she's like,
Oh yeah,
"Hot
the hot sauce.
That whole thing
And-
was, I feel like,
Lying
planned. That and
bitch.
why'd they even ask her that question? That was planned.
I don't know." And
I
then
feel
the
like that
dude,
was planned. The whole
the-
thing, like them being there and the having it in her purse. Like I don't know.
and then the
She
dude
is
goes,
fucking
"Are you
lying.
patronizing me?" And then she goes, "Is it working?" Like,
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, that's
Man,
right.
I would love to see somebody now just be like, show it to me.
yeah.
Show it
Let's
to
see
me
that.
now.
Let's see the hot sauce, lady.
See that fucking hot sauce, bitch. You ain't got
And
it.
what kind is it? Don't be pulling out no
Right,
Frank
yeah.
bullshit.
You get like a
Lying bitch.
prestigious award and end up somehow meeting her, and you just go to shake her hand. Hi, nice to meet. No.
Give me the hot sauce.
Let me see the hot
I want to
sauce.
see the hot sauce right now.
Yeah.
Formula
Let's see that
One with
fucking
the
hot sauce.
5 bones. I ain't never done seen nobody that's been talking like she done that one time.
Yeah,
Son.
that's very well put, Formula One. Very well put.
I know, Dave. I know. It's embarrassing.
So, Tree Stab and Troy earlier said maybe Bama has something he wants to tell us in his real voice. Damn, dude, I can't do it, man.
Florida and
Don't
people can't
reveal it.
figure out where
Don't-
the hell
don't-
I'm from.
Don't. They don't deserve it.
I've
You're
built
still
this
not
up
ready.
for so long. I mean, 37 or 38 years. I don't know how old I am.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't even
It's
It's been a
know.
long time.
When
Yeah.
you fake a voice that long, you forget how old you
Yeah.
are.
I know.
It's a
I
symptom.
know.
See,
Trey,
I kind of understand.
Troy,
like,
I'll send you a private
I
video.
like when you're in different areas for a little while, especially when you're like trying to relate to some extent, because you don't want to seem out of place, or also you just kind of pick it up a little bit. Like I know when I go down south, like to Mississippi, where I have a lot of family, when I'm there over a week, I start picking up a Southern draw. It's just because, like, in order, like, say for my grandpa, right? My grandpa was as Southern as you can get. He was so hillbilly that you couldn't even understand him. And I mean, literally, he would tell you jokes. The only reason why you knew it was a joke was because when he hit the punchline, he would laugh at his own joke. And it was so funny to watch. So you'd laugh your ass off. You knew the joke was funny, but you'd have to know him to understand him because he was that Southern. So in order for me, like when I talk to my Uncle Ernest, right? He's so Southern, he talks very slow. When I just talk to him like the way I talk to you right now, he doesn't understand a word I said. He literally will just look at me and talk about something else. Like, and I know it, like, he didn't understand anything I just said. And I'm talking way too fast for him. But when I slow it down and I pull in a Southern draw, he understands everything. Yep. So I understand, like, you know, like picking up a little bit in order to fit in to some extent. But there's a line of which it's like, man, you're just fake as shit.
Yeah, Lacey's talking about how she doesn't have her Russian accent unless she's mad, but then if she spends time around her parents, like in 2 days, she's got it back. That's how my dad, he like
and I can understand
he grew up in Texas for 13 years and then left, right? But then when he like goes back down there, he like starts doing that again. You know what I mean? It's subtle, but it's usually a change with the A's. So like here we say grandma, there they say grandma, and it's like that little change in the A is the big thing I always see come through first. But
well, a lot of people don't enunciate and open their mouth when they speak here. And I don't think I have a super bad Southern accent because it's
you have a strong Southern accent, but it's very understandable. It's
well, that's so to me when I'm talking, because it's me talking and me hearing it, I don't hear it at all. So I don't think about it. Then when I talk to someone on the phone, like I talked to Mark Cuminous Edge on the phone one time, and he was like, "Holy shit,
no, you have a strong accent."
Yeah, like, he's like,
enunciate. You like it's clear. It's not, you know.
No, he has a really good voice. Like,
no, you've got the best version.
You have a great Southern radio voice. You have a great Southern voice. Period. Like,
you'd be good on like a rock and roll station, like
even like your little
Kiss 96.5.
Yeah, exactly.
Your little videos that you'd even put on Instagram and stuff like that. They're hilarious. You know, just your dialect, your tone, and you can understand it.
Why are we low key fangirling over Bama right now?
So why don't? Oh, we got a new member.
Hey,
Cable guy,
Larry the
Cable guy.
Thank you.
Joining the squad. We have a Bang Gang member.
Yes, anyone that became any of the new 40 members, remember that we have a Bang Gang live tomorrow. You guys are all welcome to that.
Been filming up in Alaska a few times. That accent is
the
so
Sarah
weird.
Palin accent.
Harder to understand than a Russian dude saying something in French to a Hungarian who translates it to Dutch, then Google translates it. What the fuck?
Hey, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something kind of funny. Aaron B said Destin, Panama City has a bit of Bama sound. I'm actually not from Panama City, but I did grow up there pretty much. So I spent a lot of time there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a link to Bama Knife Guy's YouTube channel if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, it's turned into Bama Truck Guys channel. I've just been posting pictures of like my new truck and videos of my lift kit and all this shit.
I feel like there's a common interest there.
Well, for a while, I got so damn busy to where I just wasn't posting any videos. I wasn't uploading anything, and it just kind of fall into this work routine. Yeah. And then here recently, well, I guess about a few months back, I don't know how long ago, I bought that new truck, and then I put a lift kit on it, and I put big tires on it, and I put spacers and all.
It looks great, dude.
That truck is amazing.
You have a nice truck.
I did all that stuff.
The sound system is good.
It's a 2022, and there wasn't a lot of videos out there about what you could do and what you couldn't do, and there's not a lot of parts available. So I figured I'd kind of throw it out there in the ether for anybody that needed the help. And so that if you go on my channel now, you'll see probably 5 or 6 videos about that. So I know it doesn't really fit everybody's interest with a title like Bama Knife Guy, and then you go on there and it's videos about.
There's so many YouTube channels though that have morphed into like a different level of what they do. Like there's this one guy that we watch, and his name is Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. He does not do one tutorial or review. He reacts to like all different sorts of content, you know, but it's not anything like that. And he just left the name. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
ahead,
Jeremiah
Oh,
with
well.
the 20 bones. I got my SOCOM Bravo and M390 for 300 bones, and my
Wow.
Bradford fixed blade and M390 for 200 bones, and my 2 nimble with Arcane for 259. And Arcane Design Crawler, the Once I Won, and Leatherman Charge, and my 9mm Smith & Wesson SD9.
Damn. Hey,
Yes.
we got to do this giveaway.
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now, and I
Because-
don't know how Bama's in the chat and live with us.
Mama wants to play her game, so we need
Okay,
to move the
so-
show on the road here. So
What are we gonna
Yeah,
give?
plus I've got to go because Kelly isn't in the chat tonight, but she did just text the phone I'm looking at and said, "Bring your ass home."
Okay,
Okay.
if you gotta take off,
we have
brother,
to
it's
do
all
the
good.
giveaway
No,
anyway.
I'm gonna hang.
Okay,
I'm gonna hang
okay,
for the
sure?
giveaway. Yeah, I want to be here for it.
so we're gonna give away this Sativian. Man, I forget the number on it. You can watch my video,
I'm
but
gonna think of a question.
a Sativian knife, titanium clip, titanium scales, but it does have steel liners. Damascus blade, I believe it's VG10 core or AUS10 core. So it's a VG10 or AUS10 Damascus that's done pretty well. We're gonna give this away. We'll start with that one. Then we can move to, we should probably give away one of these USA made Schrades. We also have this knife, the Flissa. You guys recently seen this in a video. Axis lock. It's a little cheapy, but you know, it's a good little Axis lock knife, D2 steel.
I just watched that video just a little bit ago.
Yeah, it's a cool little knife. I mean, it's a little
Oh.
worn blade, nice little thin grind.
People were bombing on you in the comments because you called that tritium on that other knife. It's not
I
tritium.
know. I didn't know
Jerry.
how many tritium gods there were out there that come down with the fucking hammer. If you
Dude,
mess
they
up.
got
I
your
wound up
ass.
buying some real tritium just because of them assholes.
Dude, they got your
It goes
ass. They came in there with the tritium dick and just
Yeah.
It's like the triad lock people. If you mess anything up
Yeah.
around a triad lock, they bring down the hammer
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. You think you know a thing or two about tritium since you're a knife guy, but I guess you don't. So since you don't, let me explain it to you in great detail how what you're looking at right there is not tritium.
That's right.
It is only some plastic glow shit because real tritium glows without a flashlight.
And one dude even dropped in some kind of name. It was like some photo isotope or something like that. And I was like, dude, this dude just jumped all the way in.
Yeah. But you know what though? Hey man, they're holding me accountable, and that's what's up. So because of that, I bought some real tritium, and we're gonna throw some in a video here soon. So
Hell
I
yeah.
guess we'll give away.
Yeah, but then they're gonna be like, "You're not a real tritium fan. 2 weeks ago, you just had fake ass tritium on, and now you're gonna act like you know what's up."
Yeah, act like we didn't teach you this, dickhead. Act like we didn't teach you the real deal.
You need to make
about
sure you
tritium.
credit them.
Yeah, I'm gonna credit everyone.
So how many giveaways are there? So I know how many
We're doing
questions.
three. We're doing 3 giveaways
All right.
in a row, back to back, fast. The third giveaway is going to be this S35 VN Schrade carbon fiber scales, thumb stud action, Warncliffe blade, modified Warncliffe blade. To me, it is a little tiny bit of up and down. Maybe a little bit more than a tiny bit. It might be able to tighten up the pivot a little bit, but it does have really smooth action. It is on bearings. The clip is not titanium. It is a steel milled clip. But you know, it's free to you guys, and it is a shred carbon fiber. It's one of their premium knives from Schrade, USA made.
I like that blade shape.
I do too. And you know, like I said, it is one of the better options from them when you try their knives. So it's still a decent knife. I do, you know, I don't like that it's brand new and it has a little bit of up and down. But that's a lot of Axis style locks have that. So it doesn't mean it's going to fail. It doesn't mean it's any weaker or anything like that. And I'm sure you can, if you had any issues, you could always send it to them.
In the chat, Gone Awry asked, I guess, is tritium nuclear? I don't think it's technically
it's
like the smallest amount radioactive.
right, it's radioactive.
Like you
yeah,
could put a and it would,
it's radioactive.
Which if you want to learn about tritium, there's actually a great resource.
Go
If you
check out
go,
my
I was
chat.
gonna say go
Yeah.
check out Jared's comment.
Yeah.
yeah, if you'll go to the
All about
comment
video.
section on Jared's video titled "Knives You've Never Seen Before,"
Exactly.
you'll find
Yeah,
all the
it's blowing.
tritium knowledge you can handle.
Facts.
You will be a tritium professional before you leave there.
Oh my god.
By the way, whoever does wind up winning the Schrade, if you want to swap it out for one of the other USA made Schrades, just let me know. We can swap it out because we do have the other two. We got the Balisong, and then we also have the other Axis style lock knife, and then
Holy
the,
fuck.
the thin guys.
Dang it.
Steve's in the house. 2 guys, 1 cup.
Kara, are
Thank
you the
you.
cup?
Appreciate the 2 bottles.
Yo, am I the fucking cup here? What the fuck?
But yeah, so we got the USA made Schrades. You guys can pick which one you guys want, or the person that wins this one, you can pick which one you want out of the 3. You just have to contact us right after this. So whoever wins, make sure you contact us on
The email. Don't use Instagram.
what
I
email?
won't even answer
Which
it.
one?
Neevesknives@gmail.com. I mean, I'll answer Instagram for unrelated things, but for the giveaway, neevesknives@gmail.com. Some of you guys use the old email, which is like JR something. Neevesknives@gmail.com should be easy to remember. It's literally just the channel name at gmail.com. That is the only place where I will receive the information for your giveaway. It's got to come through one channel because it's way too confusing. We have 3 emails and an Instagram.
Just send us your address so we can get it shipped
All
out
right,
to you.
we're gonna
All right,
start
so the
this.
first one.
Wait, nope. I've got to do my disclaimer.
Okay.
You guys know I get real serious about this, and then we'll get to chuck it.
Fuck you, Steve.
Yes. Also,
I know you did, Chuck.
Hey.
Thanks for that, by the way.
I just
Thanks.
started. Oh my god.
$5.
that's funny.
I don't know if that's enough for that, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
All right, but disclaimer, guys, we're gonna do these comments. Please remember that your screen prioritizes your comment, which means it can appear that it looks like that you've won, even though you haven't. We have a screen that has the exact time in which the comments come in. That's what we're using.
She's gonna repeat this again. Say it
Please
again.
don't screenshot a screen that says, "Look, I won," and circle it with your Apple iPhone editor and send it to me.
Because we have to go off of our screen, not
Yes.
yours.
Uh,
Because everybody's screen is going to show something different, but ours is going to show it in real time because we have our comments on in real time. So
do the disclaimer.
let me make sure of that.
You got a ding ding.
Ding ding.
You got a ding ding. Ding dong.
Do the disclaimer. Thank you, brother.
I'm
Thank you
the
for the
cup.
2 bones.
Do the disclaimer.
Okay.
Cup.
All right, Cup,
All right.
what do you got?
All right. The first question is going to have a hint with it because if I don't give a hint with it, I think it'll take too long to answer. So I'm going to actually type the question in the chat. That way that everyone gets to start at the same time fairly as they see the question. So there's going to be a moment of silence while I type this. Can you scoot just a little bit? Can you just keep that microphone so I don't take forever to do this?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Hey, during the moment of silence, Jared, have you ever had to send anything back to Microtech to get rebladed or anything?
No, ProTech.
Don't move the mouse.
Not Microtech, though.
Baby, stop moving the mouse.
Sorry.
I destroyed the blade on this Ultratech Spartan, and
What'd you do to it?
I
Sharpen it?
sharpened it drunk
Oh, okay.
and just like completely destroyed the side of it.
That's what you should make your whole channel. Is just drunk sharpening.
What I would do,
That would be fucking awesome.
what you should do is you should send it to, I guess if you don't care about refinishing the whole thing, you should send it to Knife Modders or Transparent or something like that, and just have it blasted, refinished, and you can just have a whole new finish put on it. That's what I would
That's a
do.
nice idea.
All right, guys, incoming.
All right. Here is the question. What knife is on my desk right now? It is colorful and it is USA made. What knife is that knife? Just that knife. Tell me in my ear. Or not.
Shit. You guys got to. I'm just gonna say it now. You guys got to say the model because saying the brand is too vague.
Too vague. Too
Model-
vague. We
model.
need models.
I'm sorry, I should have said that, but I need the model.
I don't know the model.
Why does your thing skip around so weird? It's hard to follow.
Somebody says, fuck. That's definitely not it.
I think that might be it, but we gotta. Or
Oh.
no. That's not it. That's not it. That's the right answer, but that's not the model, though.
You gotta have the model, Big Daddy. You gotta have the model.
Somebody like said it, but not the model.
Somebody said it without the model. Where's the model at? Oh, where's the model at? You guys, man, come on, man. You guys, come on.
I almost want to go back.
It's not like we have 400 plus knives or anything. Dun, 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 dun.
No,
You're
Mike.
guessing what knife that's colorful, that's USA made, is on Kara's desk. You guys have to have the model.
Remember, USA made, so don't guess
model.
Kaiser, don't guess QSP, not Civivi, nothing like that.
USA made.
I think
baby.
that narrows it down a lot, like the USA made part, at least.
Nobody's got it yet.
Somebody literally said it though. They just didn't say the model. Like they said the exact
I know,
thing.
I know. They knew it there.
Can you go back up? I just want to do a double check while they're rolling in. I just want to make sure. Okay, right there.
I see it.
Scroll like where I can read. Okay,
Oh.
no model there. Right answer, but no model.
What? Read fast, because I'm gonna go down fast.
Okay, go ahead. Right brand, but no model again. All right, catch up.
Getting lots of hints here, guys.
Catch up. All right, slow down again. And keep scrolling. Kara equals the model. Thank you.
Oh, bop,
Boop,
bop,
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 boop, bop.
boop, bop,
We got it.
boop, bop.
Everyone
We
stop.
got it. Nick.
Everyone stop. I stole Lindy's thing.
Yeah, you got
All right.
Nick. Contact us. You got the Sativian ST
Who said the
ST255.
somebody said the hinder from Mr. Amazing, which was the right answer, but
you fucked up.
you didn't know the model.
Oh.
Yeah, that really upset me
All right,
because I
what's the
wanted
next
to
question?
accept that.
Do you have it in your head already or
I
no?
have it in my head.
The next knife is the Bugout.
I'm also gonna type it, so let me get that.
Get ready.
Wait, we gotta write down his name because we don't want to do that whole thing where we have to go back and have Kyle
Go
checking
here.
the lives
Go
for
right here.
us.
Go right here.
There's a pen.
Oh,
I'm saying write down Nick
Oh.
Martino and the knife he won so that I'm not confused. Nick, please email your address to neevesknives@gmail.com. I'm planning on going to the post office Monday. So the winners, if you guys can get those in your addresses by tonight or tomorrow, I'll be able to send them out Monday. Okay. You don't know knife models well enough. Okay, well, I promise that the next few questions won't be as specific. Okay, this next one, I'm going to accept generalized answers. Okay, general answers will count on this. So I don't need like a specific ass thing, just general answer. Okay? General. And this is going to be a fast one because there's not that many answers to the question. So, and you don't need to know anything about knives.
Is the answer finger cup bang wink?
Oh,
shit.
Damn it, Bama.
You win.
The funniest thing is we've been doing that for a while and no one knows what that means.
I know.
Everybody's like,
We
"What?"
can't reveal it. It's just.
Well, even if we did, they still wouldn't
They
get
still
it
wouldn't
because
get
it
it,
made
yeah.
no sense.
Maybe stop moving the.
Charlie, what's up? Charlie's in here, Steve's wife. Ian Coates said the answer is boobs. I think he may be right.
Oh my God, he already knows where we're going with this. Okay. Ready, steady, go.
All right, here is the question. And the question is, what kind of food did Kara buy a 5-pound bag of to feed her fat possum named Kebab?
We will accept general answers for this, so you don't
Oh,
have to
shit.
say like specific
So-
brands or nothing like that.
Shot him, man, just for snoring. Roost, dog food, corn, potatoes, rice, cat food, kibble, potatoes, four-corner rice, lettuce, diamond naturals, dog food, sunflower seeds, hot diggity dog, sunflower seeds, eggs, rice, bird
I don't think you have to read
feeder,
them all, sweetheart.
chicken. I'm reading them to you.
Oh, thank you.
Apples, rice, potatoes, cat food, is it,
slow down,
baby?
slow down.
Beans.
You don't know
deli
what I
food,
have a giant ass bag of?
shrimp, rice, cat food,
All right,
cat food.
scroll down
rice.
a little bit more.
We know it's none of those, guys. Chicken, patina farms,
It's a brand.
carrots, peanuts, rice,
Just the
potato-
general item.
Skittles.
It's not Skittles. That would be probably not good.
Yeah, probably
steak,
not.
It's
carrot.
a 5-pound bag. Okay.
So why don't you guys start looking up possum food? Oh, is that it?
No,
Oh,
that would be really
that would
obvious.
have been very obvious.
Okay, I will give you guys one hint since
Hold on, let's make sure they have an answer.
since there's a
yet.
struggle here.
Are you reading these? As
I am.
Somebody
I'm
said
reading all of them.
somebody said weed.
I'm gonna give you guys one single hint. The food item that I have a 5-pound bag of is something that a human probably would think is disgusting to eat, but it has a lot of protein. That's your hint. So it's not gonna be eggs or anything like that. We're talking something that a human probably wouldn't want to eat. Stacy got it. Stacy.
looking for it.
Get her. Mealworms for the win. 5-pound bag
All
for my fat little
right.
baby.
That is
Stacy,
weird.
You got the flisa.
They're dried out mealworms. It's like a massive bag of them. It weighs like nothing because they're all like sucked out. It's weird.
Dude, you got to go back later and read some of these. Like Papa Towns said human flesh.
I know. I was reading all of them because I have to make sure, that they didn't say it. You know what I mean? Oh, wait.
Somebody said
Oh, I
broken
fucked up.
glass.
Nope. I fucked up.
Uh-oh.
I fucked up.
Uh-oh.
He got it first.
Oh, Brandon.
Damn it.
All right, we'll just give
Stacy.
them both some.
Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy, we're going to give you something anyway because I feel like a dick.
Brandon is going to win.
Brandon, you said insects and I said the answer could be general. So you did in fact win.
Brandon, you're going to win something too, bud. Don't worry about it. We're going to give you
Oh, damn. He got it right twice. How the fuck did I miss it twice?
How'd you miss that?
I don't know.
Huh?
I think because the answer I was looking for was just bugs, but that's okay.
Anyways,
He got it.
so Brandon, since you got it first, we're going to give you the Made in USA full size, the Slim Dog Schrade.
Why don't you
The
give him,
slimmest knife in the world.
since he won, why don't you give him that nice ass Schrade, right? And then we'll give.
Because that's the next place.
What else do we have?
I just said she won the Flissa and he won this, and now we still have to give him a Schrade.
Okay.
This is just one of the Shrades.
I don't give that one away.
What?
I don't think you-
Well,
I don't like that one.
it's
Give him something else.
all right. You
don't want that.
All right, give him something else.
I'm sorry. I don't feel right giving it. At least it's like ergonomically terrible.
All right, give me some. Give me a some.
So
I just
Quentin Bundy said more possums.
cannibalizing them.
All right,
I
we're gonna
think-
give away
I think
Kara's
Kebab
Peter
would-
half track.
I think Kebab would low key go for it though. He's a fat possum, man. He is such a sweetie pie. He even growled at me last night. It was so cute.
All right.
John Doe.
Something good here.
John Doe asked me.
We're gonna give him away. Give him a an off-grid enforcer. Brand new in the box.
Yes.
Never been tested.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like it.
It is badass.
Thank you.
Lucky
So John Doe asked me a little bit ago, and we were all talking about something else. What my favorite bourbon is, dude? I don't even really know for sure. I do like. It's hard to say, man. I like I think Basil Hayden. I like Four Roses. I like man, I don't know, several different kinds, just basic stuff. Jack Daniels, just the normal shit. I don't really have like a number one favorite, I don't think.
Seaman.
What? What the fuck
What's
was
the
that?
next question?
Why did you
What's
just
the
say
next
that?
question? What was he talking about? What he likes to drink?
You just said semen?
Go.
Oh, I
I
thought you
thought-
were reading a comment and that it
Let's
perfectly
go,
worked.
Brandon, with the 2 bones. Thank you, man. I appreciate the donation.
actually kind of-
from Dukes of Hazzard again. He's giving a lot of
Yeah.
donations tonight.
There's a lot of
Kara-
people that have done a lot of donations.
Kara,
5-pound
I
bag
thought I
of
heard him say
angel
that,
dust.
but I
What'd you
wasn't
say?
sure. I said I thought I heard him say that, but I wasn't sure.
So what's you got the next question?
I do.
Okay, so the next one is going to be your choice of one of these.
Did you really bear arms? Fuck. Now I feel like I have to check.
What?
He's saying he said bugs first. Bear arms.
Don't start with me.
Yeah, but what if he did?
So you're gonna have to double check.
I feel listen, I think that I need to do the scrolling. It's for some reason my eyes have a really hard time following it when you're scrolling because it's not going along with my exact speed that I want it at. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna have to do the okay, he said it twice. That means it's serious. It means it's some serious shit. We're gonna have to give away everything.
You're doing to me?
But then he said, congrats, Stacy. That's a little conflicting. Why would you congratulate your nemesis?
Because she said mealworms, not just bugs.
Okay, wait. We have a thing here.
Bugs. There's lots of bugs, actually.
Wait.
How'd you miss all these bugs?
No, this is way the fuck after. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Can you and Bama just talk for a sec? You guys know how to do that.
Bama.
Yes.
What because you haven't bought any new knives lately, right?
No, I've been buying expensive vehicle parts and guns.
So if you were going to buy a new knife soon, what would you be looking at?
Man, I really don't know. You know, there's only really one thing that I've been saying that I was gonna buy for a while, and that's the same knife that you and I have talked about for a long time, and it's the Convict.
Okay, yeah, that's a badass knife. That's a really good one. I love it.
I've been saying forever that I was gonna get one, and I just haven't done it yet.
It's such a good
and
knife.
Then I have I've kind of went through phases of liking Hinderer knives and then kind of not, and then but lately John Evans has been posting up a bunch of pictures of some super freaking nice Hinderers he's got, and it's got me really wanting to get another XM18.
Yeah, my skinny, I really like my skinny. That skinny sheep's foot one that I have just took it over the top for me because it slims it out just a little bit, but it's still super ergonomic. It has the best blade shape. I love the blade shape, kind of like the Insingo blade shape. I would love to get an Insingo from Chris Reeves. Also, I really want to get one of Steve's chef knives.
Yes. Well, I am hoping that he'll be making me one soon. I hope he's still in here. He just commented about the fact that I like mangina a minute ago, so I hope he's still here.
Well, that means
Brendan loves mangina.
But yeah, I really want to try one of those. That looks badass to me.
Dude, I saw that his setup out there. Kelly and I stopped in Atlanta a few weeks ago when we went to Gatlinburg. We went down through, what is it, South Carolina, North Carolina, or whatever the hell's right above Georgia. And we went that way home and swung in and went to dinner with him and stuff. And so I got to see his setup and his grinders and all of his shit. Dude, he's got a sweet setup. But shortly thereafter, he actually, Charlie, for his birthday, got him a forge, like a legit forge, and he's got an anvil. That's and awesome. the other night, I don't know if he's put up any pictures of it yet, but he actually forged out, like hammer forged a freaking chef knife. It looked badass.
That is badass.
But he's got some. That dude can grind, man. Like he can freaking put some hella grinds on some knives.
Hell yeah. I don't know if you've seen that this is coming. I don't know when, but it shouldn't be too long, I wouldn't imagine, because sites say coming soon. But Triple B's 15V Spyderco Mannix.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so Triple B's been developing that 15V steel, I guess, probably for like 3 or 4 years now or something. And Spyderco is putting it on the Mannix. So there's one coming soon with 15V. It looks like a really promising steel.
Okay,
so you were wrong.
I just checked twice. I have Brandon first with insects on my feet.
Okay, so that's the way it is. So
I went up and then I went back down.
Okay, so now the next one, you guys can pick which one of the USA made Schrades you want, whether you want that carbon fiber one we already showed or the smaller, slimmer one.
Not the super slim.
Not the super slim. The
Cup has confirmed. How did I become Cup? Fuck you, Steve. Did this to me.
Or this one. Both of them are USA made. Like I said, they are overpriced, but you guys are winning them for free. So good for you guys. They are brand new, never been used. Schrade sent them to us to give to you guys. So these aren't the ones that I have. I have my
Can I
own
see your
versions
phone
of
really quick,
these
please?
for testing purposes. These are not those.
Can I please see your phone?
James K, after you got done confirming the results of that, he said Cup has confirmed.
I know.
Yeah, John Doe asked me a philosophical question. What was the first tool and what was it made with? I don't know. What do you think, Jared?
I think it was a knife, and I think it was made with rock.
Maybe, yeah.
No, it was probably no. Let me be clear. It was a stick, actually. The first tool was a spear, and it was definitely a stick, and it was probably sharpened with a rock or on a rock. Then eventually, I think a rock was added to it for sharpness.
I gotta just say something really quick. Stacy, technically, they are larvae, like fly larvae, but I accepted mealworms because some people kind of refer to that sort of feed in that way, just like mealworms, you know what I mean? Like some people use it in a general term that aren't super familiar with animals, and since I said it could be general, insects, bugs, mealworms, I was gonna accept all those, so that's why I accepted your
Dukes
your
of Hazzard with the 5 bones. I got to get my first hinder right, so my choices, I like the battle brass, but it looks like scratches easily, so my choices overwhelmed.
Before you go into that, I was trying to think of the name of that knife. The one that you have that has the scalloped edge is a Spartan or something like that.
I got a Spartan.
No, what knife is it? You and I went to their booth at the end.
We got in Georgia that he got the regrind on?
Oh, the Freeman.
No,
Freeman.
that was the Spartan.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that. I thought you were talking about the one that he had reground and sent to Georgia while we were there.
The Harsey, is that what you're thinking about?
Yeah, that purple one.
Yeah, that knife. That is, if I would say, if that, because that's American made too, and I love that knife.
It's badass.
The sounds that night. You remember we went over there and they had just sold the last one, and so instead they gave us a shot of whiskey instead.
Yeah, we had that picture too. No, this is a baddie. This one's a badass one. Okay, so we got the question coming up. We're gonna do this last giveaway, then we'll jump into story time. I think Bama's probably got to take off. I'm sure he's probably getting message after message. So you guys can pick.
Okay.
Whoever wins gets to pick it.
The current chat debate.
I don't care
which is what I was thinking. Okay.
What?
Any type of larval form of an insect, like a mealworm is a larval form of a beetle. They're just juvenile insects. So even though they're not in their full-grown insect phase, they're still in that family when you break down the scientific kingdom. So just settling the score.
Give him a question that we can make sure is
what did Jared? Okay, wait, I gotta type it. Give me the thing.
What?
Give me the thing.
Go ahead.
Apparently, I'm getting some new subs out of this live, so I'm gonna have to go make some content.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Yeah, I bet, dude. I've been saying for years I was going to. I have people freaking like hit me up on Instagram all the time and go, "Hey, you need to make some more videos." I'm like, I will.
Why are you making it so broad? So like, there's gonna be 1,000 answers.
They'll figure it out.
They'll never fucking.
They're gonna figure it out. They're already getting close.
Anyways, yeah, because I can just send you some knives, for you to check out, and you can do videos on them. So
I'll do it. Check them out.
Always a thought.
Seaman.
Oh, somebody was so close already.
Seaman.
Mealworms.
Got him.
Got you back.
Why did that hop down so fast? I didn't like that. Okay. Oh, I'll give you guys one hint. Not a restaurant, just the type of food.
It's kind of close.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna take it though.
He ate at D's. D's nuts.
Got him. Will you hit that super chat really quick? Go back up really quick.
Yeah.
The Civivi Baby Banter Red Nitro V. I do have one. I'll be posting a video of it soon. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a baby banter, but yeah, it does look pretty cool. It's the blood red blade, and you know, it's pretty badass. I like it.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys
unique.
I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It is a type of Hispanic or Mexican food. And some of you guys have already said taco. It's not taco or burrito. Let's see here. Somebody's got to get it now. They've got to.
Like I said, you let it be too broad. You should have used like what meat or something.
Dude, that
How
shit is.
Nobody said it.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, guys? You guys suck. The giveaway.
I'm seeing quesadilla, enchilada, churros.
Where'd you see that at?
Like down here in the million, that fucking 10 million things that
Who
are
said
flying.
that? Who said quesadilla?
Oh shit, I don't know, man.
Zachariah? That's it.
Zachariah!
Let me wait. Before anyone freaks out, let me just make sure real quick before we commit.
Yeah, Zach, you haven't won yet.
Yeah, you're
haven't won yet.
you're like an almost
You're
winner.
on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Sir. You can start thinking of whether or not you want one of these knives.
I hadn't gotten to him yet because I just was going really a possum. You guys are sadistic.
I need a fucking possum.
No,
He had mealworms.
you wouldn't. Yeah, you got a belly full of mealworms and larvae.
I'll take it.
No, you.
And by the way, it's not a quesadilla; it's a quesadilla.
The Dilla.
Quesadilla.
Remember when I accidentally pronounced that his last name was Quesada and I pronounced it fucking quesadilla? Felt so bad. Yeah, no, that's Zachariah.
All right,
you win.
Zach, pick which Schrade you want. Do you want the big shred carbon fiber Warncliffe, both alpha classes, or do you want the other one? The names would be the Raddock, which would be the bigger one. The Raddock is the carbon fiber big one with the Warncliffe blade.
No, I'm not checking for any. I said quesadilla first, guys. I just double checked. It was Zachariah.
Or the Truix. Pick which one you want, Zach.
You got a ding ding. Dukes of Hazzard again. What the AF? What the AF?
Top ramen. Dukes of Hazzard with the top ramen. I'll take some top ramen, man. I fucking grew up on ramen noodle.
Maurice, you are correct. I can tie my shoes, but that's only because I wear slip-on boots.
The Truix is the slimmer one.
Yeah, that one's like a little more EDC.
This one's probably their best model. It's arguable because both of these are their best model. It's between these two arguable. Like a lot of people say, I even said at first that this one was my favorite, the bigger one. Fucking shit, man. I hate these knife slip things, man. They suck. It's always ridiculous getting your knife out. But now I do honestly think I like this one a little bit more. The grind is thick. It is built like an axe, but I mean, it still cuts pretty good. You can lower back the angle.
You got a ding when you got a suck.
Axis style lock. This one has got the carbon fiber, so I think it's a little bit more money because of the carbon fiber. But they're both S35 VN blade steel. So pick which one you want, Zach. The Truix is the smaller one, and then the other one is the Raddock.
You see that on the screen, baby?
What?
On the screen there. You want to get that?
Dingity ding.
Formula One with the 2 bones. I'm just gonna go buy one myself because baby, I'm worth it. Baby, I got it. What are you looking for right now?
Oh, I'm just fucking making sure. I already know that I double checked, but
They're just fucking with you.
no.
They are.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sit here and then be
Answer
wrong.
100 emails on the screenshots and then go check later.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like I'm not. The screenshots mean nothing. But I'm just.
I know, that's
I'm
why I
just doing
said.
the old. That's why I'm checking now while I have this here.
Okay.
Because why not?
Congratulations, Zach. Just let me know which one you want, and we will get it boxed up for you. Now, let's get to.
No, I have Zachariah.
She's done. We're going to do story time. Because we're actually past the time limit, but I promised a story, so we're going to tell it.
I want to hear it. And then I got to go.
I know. Me too. Me too. It is
Yeah.
late. We've been on here for a long time. 3.5 hours, I think.
I am insanely surprised we have not seen Kelly in the chat yet.
She will be here momentarily for sure.
Oh,
What
I
are you
know.
checking for?
Just
done?
do your thing. I'm good.
Do my thing. Tell
Yeah.
me what Zach says though. I need to know which one he picks. Okay.
Okay.
So let me know what Zach says. All right. So
Yeah, I have Zach coming in 2 comments right before Lacey, guys. So I don't know why it looks like that for you guys. I'm sorry.
motherfucking time.
I don't know why it
Motherfucking
has to appear
time.
different for everyone. It really sucks because I know it's like shitty to like look and feel that way.
So I told a story a while back. I don't know if you guys remember it, about the time this dude came in and hit my brother over the head with one of those expandable fucking baton things that cops use. So what happened was he was this isn't my story right now. It pans off to another
She
story.
said I've been here, by the way.
So
Kelly.
she's been here. Oh shit.
Oh, where's she? Oh, fuck.
You are
Oh, fuck.
deep shit. You're
Dude, I'm fucked.
You're fucked.
Did Kara just run away?
Yeah, she's gone. She's gone. She wasn't even here. She wasn't even a part of this mess.
Look, Kelly, hang on. Jared, let me I'm gonna pick you guys up for a second. I'm not only doing the live stream, I'm also watching
Reno.
also watching the game.
Nice monitor setup.
It's only
Which, by the way,
7:31 in Reno right now, so we're
by
good.
the way, we're winning.
All right, get your story
Okay,
out. Let's
so-
get
so
her husband home.
This had happened a couple different times where Andrew would not finesse. He would be hitting on a girl, right? A girl that has a man.
Did you give context to who Andrew is, or
I said my brother, he's passed away.
Oh, okay.
I've told this story before,
Okay,
but this is gonna pan off to a different story.
Pan
So
off.
this isn't the story. But anyways, so at this party, he's talking to this girl, and her boyfriend like calls up or some shit, and like Andrew's like talking all smooth to her over here in the corner, and dude can hear it, and like I think Andrew hangs up the phone on him or something like that. Well, dude shows up to our party. We have a party. There's a bunch of people there, like a lot of people. Walks in, pulls out the baton, and then whacks Andrew over the fucking head. Then proceeds to get stomped out. I mean, stomped out bad. Like, dude it was brutal. It was really brutal what happened to him that night. And the girlfriend's begging, like, leave him alone, like, stop beating my boyfriend up, right? Even though he fucked up. Well, the guys that we were, because like the guys that were there, like we didn't know them very well, but they were kind of rough around the edges, and we had our people there, and then these other guys. So these other guys actually teamed up with us to fight or to beat that guy up, right? Not like it was necessary, but I guess everybody wants a kick or something. Anyways, a couple weeks later, we're at another party, but now the things have turned. It's not we're not like we're being friendly with each other, but they're sitting around one of our tables, like a card table kind of, and we're all drinking. Everybody's drinking. There's like 4 or 5 of my friends. About 4 or 5 of my friends, and there's like 4 or 5 of them, and they're sitting around this table. And they're you can tell like they're people not to be fucked with, right? Like they obviously are, you could say, bad dudes, I guess you could say. And something happens where there's like a little bit of an argument between one of us. And because of that argument, like I had a bottle in my hand and I gripped it a certain way, right? Because my plan was to smash it over the dude next to me's head, right? And
obviously.
And dude looks at me and says, "What are you doing with that bottle?" Right. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, now I have to hit him with it. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm actually terrified at this point. Like, I'm really scared because these guys could have guns, they could have knives. Like, when this goes down, it's gonna be bad no matter what. There's no way about it. Like, people are getting hurt, it's gonna be fucked up. So you don't want this to happen. Like, and I don't want this to happen, but my friend's sitting there arguing with dude, and it's getting down to that line. Like, there's no backing out of it. So when he sees that, you know, and I played it off. I said, nothing, you know, because the one guy was kind of my friend. He lived like in a different apartment building in this building, and I know him. But the other guys I don't know so well, aside from what happened a couple weeks prior. So when he says that, you know, and I'm still kind of gripping it the way I was, and maybe I loosened up a little bit, but then he looks back over and he says it again. He says it again. And I tried to play it off the first time when he said it, you know, like, oh, nothing, you know, but like he continued to like stare at me, and he's sitting in a chair and I'm standing up. So now he asks me again. So it's like, and now these guys are kind of starting to get a little bit more rowdier. So it's like, fuck it. Now I have to, like, I you know, it's like the guy already knows it's going to come. So I fucking smashed a bottle over his fucking head. It doesn't break because it's not full.
Yeah.
It's empty. It's an empty bottle. So it binks and falls out of my hand. And then the whole fucking party just erupts. And it's like 5-on-5, 4-on-5. I don't know. And all it is just scrapping, scratching, pushing, choking, like just, it's almost like you don't know who you're hitting and who's hitting you. It's just like just back and forth. Like it's kind of like a mosh pit, because this is in a 1-bedroom apartment, mind you. This is a very small place. There's like 15 people in this place, because it wasn't just us. There was girls there, was people there, like, you know, but I'm just saying between the two crowds of the people that were going to fight, there was
there
about
any
10
of
of
the
us.
incredibly dumb girls that randomly come up and hold a guy back when they're in the middle of
No,
fighting?
they all backed down. They all
That's
backed up
good.
into the corner.
I always cringe when I see
Yeah.
a girl do that. I'm like, you're gonna get dude hurt.
Eventually somebody opened up the door. I don't know who. I have no idea.
Did
But
you
the
guys
door,
like flood out?
yeah, well, that's what wound up happening was it went on for like 3 minutes, and there's tables, chairs, everything's in between us. There's like a bar in between us, and so like your back's getting smashed against bars, you're hitting somebody, then you're getting hit, you're getting smashed against the wall, then you're smashing somebody else against the wall, and it's just like back and forth like this, like just like a football game. Then when the door gets opened up, however it got opened up, it seemed like the crowd or like the fight started going towards the door. So then it all kind of broke out into the hallway, and, you know, it was kind of back and forth. And eventually, like, the dude just wound up leaving, and nobody really won the fight. Like, it wasn't it wasn't a win-win fight. There was nobody that could win, unless if somebody would have pulled out a gun, in which I thank God that didn't happen. Nobody pulled out a knife, nobody pulled out a gun, so nobody got shot or stabbed, but people did get really hurt. Them and us, everybody was fucked up. Everybody was bleeding. Everybody had scratch marks. I remember I had like a claw mark on my nose, like from somebody's like hands like this.
Facts.
Fighting in a small space.
Bama, deeper and deeper. I'm not, guys. That's the story. Thank you guys for coming. I want to shout out to all my Patreon members. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Always, Patreon members, giveaways coming soon. Members for the Bang Gang Squad tomorrow is live at 12:15. So if you are a member, don't forget tomorrow's live. Shout out to everybody who donated tonight. I do appreciate. Don't forget the knife rights. If you guys want to donate to knife rights, remember every $10 gets you an entry for the donation. Definitely, please, please, please back that up. Like I was saying earlier, that's our responsibility. That falls on us. We're the knife community. We're the backbone of the knife community. We're the ones who have to take that load. That bears on us. So make sure you go and donate to that. And thank you guys for the donations here tonight. I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
You got a boink. Hit the boink. Hit the boink.
We definitely got to get to the boink.
We also have a major problem.
What
happened?
LSU just got a touchdown, and there's only 1 minute left in the game.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh fuck.
Me and Jared's complete fake concern, as we both don't watch.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for at least faking it. How about that?
You're welcome.
See you later, bud. Peace.
Bye,
See
guys.
you guys later.
Long wave. Long wave. Long wave. Come on, baby. Get me out of here. It's weird. Come on.